Greetings, everyone. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest for the I don't know how many tenth time. Um, but we are still here. So, yeah. So, for all you replay guys and the ones right now that are watching live, go ahead and hit that like button. It is definitely for free. That's the one thing that I would like to say about hitting like or hit dislike because I definitely celebrate that shit too. All right, who is the first comment? We got it from Prepper 101. What what's good? Um Thanks for being here. Yeah, the niggas y'all love to hate. That's a title from an Ice Cube song. Uh, Forgot the name of the particular LP, but I'll try to I'll try to come up with let me see Ice Cube discography. Like Revelations 2. What up, Rob? Yeah, man. One thing that I've learned in being on social media and in life, cause like in real life, this kind of thing might pass you by. The fact that you know, with being in real life, you live in sort of a bubble, I would say. And people always they like to give more credence and respect to real life and their real life experiences. And I get that because this is what you actually see in front of you. I mean, just like if God would appear in front of people, then everybody would believe in him, but people believe in the things that they see on a day-to-day basis. Like I believe in this rug that is under my feet because it actually exists. It actually exists. You know, with the things that you can't see that you believe is there, you use this one thing called faith. Faith is, faith is what carries us from day to day, which faith is what feeds our uh, mental ability to survive in this world. We call ourselves walking by faith, even if we don't have a, a belief in a supreme being. Faith is something that, um, faith is something that, like I said, you don't need a God to have. um, but that's not to disrespect any believers out there. It's just my take on things. Like read what's going across the bottom of the screen. Like this video, this broadcast. Hit that share button if you are a creator. If you want to, you don't have to. If it's your first time here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and this is for edutainment purposes. Edutainment is an amalgamated word made of education and entertainment. Although I do not consider myself to be an educational program, I've had many come through saying that they learned a lot of things watching these broadcasts that I host on this channel. So I'm not going to argue with them on it. And entertainment, because that's basically the ultimate disclaimer. When you run a YouTube channel, and even if you are sharing your experiences, if you don't have anything tangible to back it up, then it could be some consequences. So you kind of have to say it is for entertainment purposes only. Uh, KP from KC5, what it is. Thanks for coming through. Yeah. So Yeah, the niggas y'all love to hate. Is this gonna be another? Oh God. Oh, how they feel about us black men. Is this gonna be another one of those monologues? And probably gonna have to say, kinda, kinda. Uh, yeah, just respect as a black man is something very hard to come by. And uh, for myself, I had to learn that I have to treat people the way that I want to be treated. But in doing so, I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I also have to not expect anything in return. So when I go in places where I don't know a whole bunch of people, I just kind of remain quiet and just sit back and observe the behaviors of such. So I will know how to move about in the environment. And you have to kind of be that way as well. You have to learn how to move in such environments. You don't have to be a badass that sticks your chest out in every environment. Sometimes it's okay to be humble, and I get that. The time for the black man to be humble, in my opinion, and from what I observe from day to day, is over with. And that doesn't mean that you have to go around and just be an all around garbage ass person. I mean, but it is imperative that we as black men are clear communicators, I would say, because one of the more disappointing things that I experience is that you will, for some reason, living as a black person in 2023, you always have to face more animosity and more vitriol from your own people. When I say your own people, people that share the same skin color, because I see more people trying to get out of, having pride in their race and the having respect for the sacrifices that were made by people who look like us in the past. I see more of us trying to get away from that just so we can go to war with each other. And war can be seen in a few ways when I talk about this: a war of words, war of egos, you know, see who could be the biggest, competitions, little mock competitions to see who can be the biggest jackass. It's transitioning from meaningful stuff to meaningless shit. Just so you, just so we can justify and condone feeling some type of hatred. And it's not. Although I do not believe in the perfect world scenario, I don't believe in that. I also believe that there are things that we can do for ourselves to make things better. Because the old adage that I like to go by is that life sucks. It really does. But it's up to us as individuals on a day-to-day basis on how much that sucks. I mean, think about it for a second. Well, one thing that we like to do is we like to do this thing amongst us with this art imitating life thing. Let's see. And one thing that we also like to do, we like to use celebrity examples. So let me use a couple of celebrity examples right now. Okay. All right. These two gentlemen right here, who in this photo right here, they were in the process of acknowledging a black woman who got snubbed for an award. Now, I'm just going to tell you the truth about how I feel about award shows that are generated by groups other than ourselves. is not an incredible amount of pride I take into wanting to be accepted by people who would normally hate your black ass. But um, yeah, recognition of accomplishment or of greatness in any field, there's nothing wrong with that. So what I like to count here is the effort that two black men made to make a black woman feel better. Yet and still, amongst the court of public opinion, these two gentlemen are hated. They're hated for many stupid reasons. And we got Donnie in the building. What is up, my habitual line stepper brother? Yeah, they're hated, and I could go ahead and default and say, okay, they're hated because they're black men, but it kind of goes deeper than that. They're hated because they are black men who do not, who have not adopted lifestyles that will compromise their well-being on a regular basis. Meaning that they're not your archetypal pookie. And I know how much we love that word in these spaces here, pookies. A black man in today's social climate with our people are more likely to hate you for not being a compromised individual than they are if you were a compromised man. For I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I mean, many people would say self hate, stupidity, Prime VA 757. Hate it because they don't exclusively date black women. Yeah, they are clean cut guys. Yeah, 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 clean cut. And usually how they project, like, they will say that the clean cut guy is the one that they act like they can't get a black woman or can't handle a strong black woman. These two gentlemen is the reality. The reality says they can have a black woman anytime they want. Shoot. And I'm not gonna go into the dick policing element of it because, black men dating outside our race earns us hate from people that, you know, we don't even know these people's names sometimes, and they still hate us because of what we decided to do with our own lives. So, that's why I'm not in the dick policing. I'm not someone that goes around and tells black men that, they should hook up with people outside of their race. And I mean, they should do it. I'm not somebody that says that, but I am someone that says that people can pretty much do what they want to do with themselves. If Jonathan Majors want to go from dating a crackish looking white girl to Megan Good, then hey, proud of the brother. Shoot, we should be patting them on the back. Hey man, you jumped from that to Megan Good. God damn, bro. Yeah. So I wonder why this hasn't been mentioned more. You know what I'm saying? Because for like I said, the history of black men and white women, um, as far as like from even a century ago of being falsely accused of things and taking, many of black men's lives taken on the lies of a white woman. Why wouldn't we be more proud of Jonathan Majors for at least somehow beating the system and, you know, you know, making strides in clearing his name? The reasons that I laid out are pretty much the reasons that people say that black men shouldn't date white women because of those things, because of the fact that we used to get lied on so much, and so many of our lives used to get taken because of them. So why feel sorry for Jonathan Majors? Why be sympathetic towards something like that? Even though we do know and understand that everybody doesn't have the same understanding we do. Any victory that we have against any people that accuse us falsely, because the only thing that Jonathan Majors, like I seen he did wrong in this case, and this is not my personal opinion, but everyone else's widespread popular opinion, the only thing that Jonathan Majors did wrong was date a white woman. Wrong is wrong. I don't care how much you dislike people for doing what they want to do with their sex part. Wrong is wrong and right is right. If he's being falsely accused, which they say they got video evidence all over the place, if he's being falsely accused, then he should not go down for that, regardless of who he dates. But we just can't wait to hate the motherfucker because he dated a white woman. And you know what? As far as the looks and everything, I'm with y'all on that. But that was his business. But brother let brother leveled up, man. He did. I don't care what happened with Megan Good's previous marriage. I don't care. That dude over here crying on camera. That's why y'all mad at old boy and Kiki Palmer. Dude crying for the world to see. Shoot. Like I said, if you're watching this broadcast, hit that like button. You know, there's a cash app, so support the channel if you can. See, drop this link. Drop this link. I ain't gonna be on very long. Yeah, he got evidence. Yeah, Prime BA757. He has evidence, but why are they not trying to release the evidence and let the general public in on the truth before this young man's life is completely ruined? Yeah. Why don't he do that? Why? Because it's easy to, I would say that it is easier, easiest to leave a black man in that position. And I'm just, that is just me. This might be just me, but I believe that black men should be more protective of black men when we deserve it. What up, Donnie? Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess he'll chime in when he's ready. But while I wait for him to chime in, let me go ahead and talk about this for a second. I've been seeing this headline everywhere, and you know what? It doesn't. Is it bad for me to be a little amused by this?
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, what's going on?
Shit, what up, man? What it is?
Man, just living my life one day at a time. So what you chopping it up about? You chopping about this Kiki nonsense, this Jonathan Majors nonsense? Where you going? Where you going? You going about City Boys up and winning? Have we won this money?
Man, yeah, look, we can talk about all of it, man, because the Kiki nonsense is still going on, but that show was last night, so I pretty much said what I was gonna say about that. Old boy really, really should not got up there crying like that. But at the same time, he does have a right to if if he good enough to inject baby batter in her, he should have some say so. If the shoe was on the other foot, if she was a broke one and he was a rich one, hey, everybody would want her to get respect. So shit, like we live in the age of equality, and really, men need to stop sitting on their fucking nuts and stand up for something. you know, but
Rap.
yeah, at the same time, it's optics.
Right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Where what's good? What's good, Barry Little? Thank you for coming through. So yeah, I've been looking at this headline right here. Faith Evans gets out of marriage to Stevie J, but not without paying spousal support. Shoot, I think men in 2023, especially black men, should claim every advantage that we can take up. Everyone else does it to us and does it to us full force. So why not? The man said Donnie said city boys up. Let me tell you something about me and knowing about Stevie J. I wasn't always a big fan of Stevie J. I felt as if he contributed to the reality show conundrum stereotypes that you know made so many of these white folks rich. you know, this is this is what when people say stuff like people are making money off of the plight of black people. I usually will refer to the reality shows like Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives, whatever. That kind of thing. I usually will refer to that. Jersey Hammer, what is up? Equal rights equals fight, equal fights. Uh, yeah. So should this kind of thing be celebrated? Like Mary J and her husband. Hell, I just say have at it, folks. Hey, celebrate. Throw some confetti in the fucking streets. Shoot, whenever a man achieves a victory, yeah, especially a black man, we should be very happy about that. We should be very happy about that. We should no doubt be, kind of in a celebratory mood because it gives you it tells you that as a man, you're not at a complete disadvantage. You're not. And also if you fight for something and you don't give up, you can win. Period. Shoot. Like I said, think about it. If Stevie J was the one with the overwhelming amount of money and Faith Evans was the one with the less money, she'll be getting spousal support from him. She owes him over $1 million. All right. All right. And 1 million is not a small number. I mean, it ain't like we'll be dealing with a bunch of wealthy people around here. When we talk about these spaces, we're talking about everyday folks. I mean, some are more successful than others. Oh, okay, I got you. Back in 30, my area isn't conducive to black men being brutally honest without white scorn. Yeah, boss chick fees pay up. Yeah, yeah, they want to be bosses. Hey, they gotta they gotta do like we do. Which you know what though, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not the biggest fan of because my belief is that certain double standards should exist. That's what keeps us sharp as men. But hey, congratulations, Stevie J. on a victory for yourself and for black men. What up, Judge Dre?
What's going on? Yeah. I said I ain't gonna lie. If we want to get that law changed about the marriage, all we got to do is get a couple more men to win. Then they'll change the laws. I
Okay.
mean, like, I mean, like, you want them to get rid of that crap? Oh, get a couple more men to win. Now that law's gonna change easily,
The law's going
easily.
to change, but is it going
Oh,
to change
definitely.
to where is it going to change to where it shifts the advantage back in their court though?
Of
That's
course.
that's that's the thing.
Well, it'll probably change that way. They'll try to make it to where it's only a sexless law, where it only depends on like what sex you are. But unfortunately, that probably will have problems where it won't pass. But the main thing is this: is most intelligent men aren't getting married to most of these women anyway because they're not marriage material, and even the ones that are marriage material are not mother material. Like the whole thing with the girlfriend the other day wearing the dress. It's not the fact of what she was doing and all like this. So what I'm trying to say is this: is that when you go and have a child and you want to bring a child in this world, any responsible parent thinks about how my actions can influence my child's life. You know, like I told you with me, and the only reason I stopped doing the dirt I did is because I was worried about how would my child feel knowing that, hey, dad used to do these type of things. But I see that in a lot of these other cases, these parents don't think about how your actions can come back on your child. And I think that that's the problem in life. That's why I hate to say these kids ain't loved. Because your parents really loved you, they'd be worried about the stress and they would limit the stress that you want to go through. You know, that your child, you always want to have your child have a better life. But these parents nowadays, they say, no, we don't give a fuck about what the child has to live through. I want to live my life when they don't have no kids. You know, that's the thing. Well, if you want to live your life and do what the hell you want, you don't need to have no kids. Once you have a kid, your life is over with. It's the child's life first now. And a lot of these parents don't do that. Do you agree?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said with Hollywood, the Hollywood folks, they're sort of in a category all their own. They're on that weird shit anyway. They're trying to push this whole sexual liberation thing, and they're not thinking about their children. In fact, it's making their children a lot worse. I mean, look at the Smiths. Look at Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. It's just and they pull wild shit themselves. Like I was saying last night, Gabrielle Union was wearing an ass out dress.
All right.
About a week ago,
But
and
I mean,
and
I understand. I understand that. But here's a question, though. I don't give a damn how much money in the world you gave me. I mean, you would think that after you had enough, you would realize, okay, fine. I mean, but the only reason I can say them still even fathom still doing this outlandish behavior after you done already made it and you got money is if your ass is up to your ass in debt and you got to keep the money coming in because you ain't learn to live within your means. Like you would think that, hey, it's time to put that shit down because I'm trying to be a mother now. Not, I'm trying to set an example. But
so what you're saying is they're creating cash by being controversial.
yes, definitely. And but they don't realize the damage they're causing to the children,
And
you know?
man, people, man,
Like, you know?
our people don't care about children for real, man.
No, no shit.
People,
It
they,
shows.
they're more content. The people more content with saying "fuck them kids" as a way of making people laugh without realizing what they're actually saying. Let's see, UFO Kamikaze One. What's going on?
Yeah,
Says
bro, I totally agree with what you said right there. That's true. And unfortunately, like with people to sit up here and say "fuck them kids," that should be to me. When you sit up here and have a mentality like that, you shouldn't be even allowed to have custody of them.
government doesn't really care who they extract wealth from. The more women make, the more we'll see of this. Eh,
Yeah. Oh, of
yeah,
course.
Yeah.
unfortunately. But
Yeah. Well, they pander to the demographic that's the most giving.
well, but this is the problem. I tell the thing like this: the only people that you can actually really talk some sense in, this is the men. I mean, this shit is over. You
Yeah.
can't tell the women nothing, so you might as well just tell the men, hey, this is what you got to do. Sit
I
back and
mean,
think.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
but
get none of these broads pregnant under no
man,
circumstances.
look, look. People are gonna have sex.
Right.
I've hung that up. I can tell them
Yeah.
till I'm blue in the face. Hey, stop getting
Right.
stupid hoes pregnant. You know, but
It's working.
that's not what. But what's not gonna happen is these women slowing down, giving these dudes pussy, especially if they're
No, right.
compromised.
Right.
Especially if they're compromised dudes. They're not gonna
Yeah.
stop fucking them, and they're not, and they're gonna always gonna bounce back to that excuse of if he didn't want a baby, he should not have nutted in me.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
can't turn around and say, well, if your pussy wasn't so good, you can't turn around and say
Right.
that. But you
Right. I
know,
would have nutted in you. Trust me. But I know. Trust me. I nutted in too many.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah. But I see Captain Heathen is back,
Go ahead,
and
Captain.
What's going on?
yeah, yeah. Is are you in an environment that is conducive?
Listen, I was finna be real ignorant here, and I was like, "Oh, my coworkers are here." Took our ass
Oh
upstairs. I said,
God.
"Oh, okay, we good."
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Yeah,
but
don't listen to none of these shows during that time.
yeah, but no. So yeah, it's a lot going on with the world today. I am thoroughly disappointed in everything that is going on because it seems like ratchetness is one of the war. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Is people aren't choosing decency anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
it. I mean, what we're doing is we're taking our bedroom manner and then we're putting it out for the world to see.
Mhm.
Like
Thank you.
I mean, although Gabrielle Union is not an ugly person, I don't want to see her long dude cheeks.
Right. Right. Right.
was she
Yeah.
just got naked somewhere?
No, no, no. She had her ass
Uh,
out dress on the other day. I don't know
oh
what
yeah.
ceremony she was
Oh
at.
Lord.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good sight. She
I
ain't
had
got
just seen
she ain't
Tracy
got
Ellis
cheeks.
Ross with her old ass titties out, and I was like, "Bitch, what are you doing?"
Yeah. Well, but
That's,
no, I got you beat. I got a friend of mine that's she's like damn near 70, and her husband died a couple years ago. And you wouldn't believe that this bitch is posting thirst trap pictures on the internet. And I'm like, what the fuck?
they're looking
You
for the
know?
they're looking for people with a they're looking for people with
Gra-
a fetish for them.
grandma,
But
grandma used to be the voice of reason. Now grandma's a hoe.
right, right. I'm like, I would say that 'cause I talk to her sister all the time. I'm like, God damn, man, why the fuck she keep posting pictures like this? I mean, come on, man. And then she posting some of the same dumbass relationship type shit that you hear these young bitch. You damn near 70 years old. What the? Hmm, I better shut up before they realize who I'm talking about.
Man, whatever. But yeah. What do y'all think about this whole Stevie J Face Evans thing? She has to pay him.
Mhm. They're gonna make sure that they're gonna try to make it to where it's changed. So, but what they're gonna do is now, even if they can't change the law, they're gonna make it to where from now on, if a man gets any spousal support from a female, they're just gonna ridicule him and name call him to death. I mean, you realize that that's all that's coming, you know?
Okay, so here's my suggestion for that. Uh, Guys should not, black men in particular, should not be susceptible to gaslighting and shaming. It.
No,
The
they would
problem
never allow.
is, the problem is, like many black men are susceptible to gaslighting, shaming.
Well,
Uh,
it would never fly anyway because think about it. The social media allows you to rank on black men. That's always been allowed. Like the world richest woman in the richest black female in the world got her wealth from ranking on black men.
yeah.
I mean, like literally.
What are you talking about, Oprah?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
It's big. It's big business.
Right. I said, so, and think about it. Even as is this. If you would think that she was really apologetic and all that bullshit with that, well, why don't you donate, sponsor some shit for some little boys or something? But some men will take that. We'll even take that, even though you ain't giving nothing back to us. We'll take that as a okay, you know.
I mean, you know,
She could
I
fund
would
some
just,
programs for some boys, for some little boys.
yeah, I know, but you know, as long as it benefits someone, I would be okay with it. But you know,
No, no,
at the same time, at this point in history, we
it's
shouldn't
not
be
expected.
expecting anything from anyone. You
Well, I
know,
don't expect anything. Only thing I expect from a black woman is headache.
headache.
I mean, that's the only thing you can expect from a black woman. If you want to be guaranteed, and I hate to say this, the guaranteed you want to expect, the only thing you can expect from a black woman is headache. And for people say, well, no, 70% I'm gonna give you. The 30% is that. And I mean, you betting on the 30%, you got to be a fool.
These guys says, bro, that was a waste of 2 minutes. He went and looked up Gabrielle Union and her ass out dress. Yeah,
Oh.
it wasn't good, man. I mean, I would say if something looked good, like somebody shapely like Beyonce with her ass out stuff on. Yeah, at
Yeah.
least she got some type of shape and sexiness with that
Oh.
shit. Gabrielle
Go ahead and
Union
put
did
it in
not
the
have
back
it.
chat for me. I want to see it.
Let me see if I can.
Or you can just show the picture on the screen if you can.
Uh,
I don't know if that's allowed.
let me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm real careful with that because then somebody will get all butthurt and report the video. Oh, they're bashing black women. They're saying Gabrielle Union doesn't look good. Like, just
Well, she doesn't. I mean,
I mean, she's not ugly. I mean, she's not ugly. It's just that her stances that she's taken publicly made her less attractive.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, people. Let me put this link in. So it doesn't look good. Let me put this link in the back chat.
Can't put those people in there.
And she's like, Gabrielle, you ain't got that '80s nudity. You know what I'm saying?
I'll look at it later when I get off. But yeah, I'm sitting here. My dumb ass is, as you know, always at work. I'm sitting here installing a lock. We don't build shit, as you say.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dre is a black man building again.
Right. Of course. No, we don't build shit. Like, how the fuck? I'm just. Yeah, come on now. This is just all lies over here. We don't build shit, okay? Think about it. I done built enough shit online as proof for all the black people in the manosphere.
Yeah. I put a link. I put the link in the back chat. So, but let me see. I was about to. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I watched the movie Deliver Us from Evil, like back in 2004, 2005, and I didn't dislike that movie, but once some years went by, you just find out that kind of wasn't an act. That's who she is for real.
Oh.
But this yeah, man, this it just wasn't a good look, man. This is why these women going crazy. I mean, we like the female form. We like to see them naked, stuff like that.
Well, we do. Yeah, we know that.
We like to see titties. We like to see ass and all this other stuff.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like
We don't.
that we don't, or somehow this is some type of tragedy and everything. But just like I said, just like Janelle Monáe, she flashing titties all of a sudden everywhere. Personally, I think it's that MK Ultra malfunctioning. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember Jalen Rose. I guess he was at a basketball game and they showed the footage and he was completely still, like a mannequin.
Right.
and he started
Hmm.
explaining, "Oh, that wasn't MK Ultra." I
Right.
was like,
Well, I
"Dude,
mean, it's just getting so bad to where you just sit up here and say, just like, wow. I mean, to me, it's like this is we've gotten to the point to where we realize the rule is this: under no circumstances can you ask the women to do anything.
no, no,
But
not at
most
all."
of us men realize that now.
Every
But this is what we
time,
go.
every
But
time you check them on something, I don't care who it is. It could be
it doesn't matter.
Monique. It could be Monique saying, "Don't wear
Hmm.
bonnets in the airport." They're going to
It's over with.
double, they're going to triple down. They're going to
Hmm.
say that we're being stereotyped.
Hmm.
Everybody's always dragging and making fun
Hmm.
of black women. They're going to do that.
Hmm.
They're going to do that. No one can check them. You know, ever since what's her name said, "Who gonna check me, boo?" That's the principle they've been going by. That's the principle. But
Hmm.
I'll say this. Um, Sometimes dudes, if we want to put it back on us,
Hmm.
sometimes dudes, man, we spaz out like that too. D Scott,
Well,
what's going
yeah.
on?
Well, look at
What's going
like
on,
when you
brother? How you
watch it,
doing?
The
when you
fuckery
look at
gone.
Pharrell, when you look at Pharrell and Offset, them fool sitting at a basketball game
Oh,
looking like
oh,
that. Yeah, oh
God.
God, right.
Oh,
I mean, it's like, come on. And I ain't gonna lie, this is the thing. We got to get to the back of this, and I ain't gonna lie, you got to get back to the point of talking about people and roasting them. I said, a good thing is you're not allowed to roast people on social media and on the internet, but that don't mean you can't do it in real life. You understand what I'm saying?
man, fuck all that. Roasting motherfuckers anyway.
I'm just saying, it's like, but you understand what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you might be able to see, Facebook might put me on Facebook jail for saying, hey, that don't look appropriate. But hey, man, if you say, hey, man, that don't look appropriate, I'm not saying get into no fights with nobody, because unfortunately, but just unfortunately, the only people you can talk to is the men. Hey, man, look at this. Under no circumstances do you get women like these pregnant. Go like this. Hey, baby, can you do this, that, or the other? She says no, or whatever. She don't want to care about how you feel. Okay, you note yourself. Do not get broad pregnant. She's only for fun. I mean, like basically, because you can't even talk to the women. Just say so. The men just realize, hey, these women are only for fun. That's what it is. Under no circumstances whatsoever do you ever get them pregnant.
Dudes will always be dudes.
Yeah, they all be
It's current,
dummies, but I'm just
yeah,
saying.
in this current climate, will always be weak for a little pussy.
Oh,
It's
definitely,
just what
but
it is.
just don't get them
And
pregnant.
I'm not saying, and I'm not saying, brothers, that you should not have sexual urges toward women.
Right,
I'm not
right,
saying that at all. What
right.
I'm
Just don't
saying
get them
is,
pregnant.
what I'm saying is, be careful enough to not cause yourself 18 years of pain.
18 years. 18 years. She
Yeah, but
got
look,
one of your
but look
kids.
at,
If you
but look at the screen though. Like this is these are your boys.
Who?
You know,
Oh yeah, that's the picture I was talking about. I said like, come on now, come on, dude. Like when I saw
Who's
that
that?
picture,
That's
I said
Pharrell
that's
and
for
who?
real and Offset. I'm like, no offense, they look like two old ladies that's out that just get drink a Bud Light. That's the only thing I can say.
man, did you see that picture of little baby?
No, I ain't see that one.
Oh my god. Like I probably end up showing that tomorrow night. But little
Mm,
baby hugged up with some rich white execs, and like
mm.
they got him hugged up in a sandwich position. Ain't no real dude. Ain't well, like they like to say, ain't no real nigga finna do that shit.
Right, right.
I mean, these are some weirdo dudes, man. So
Mm,
all that little industry stuff, them industry
hmm.
secrets, and,
Yeah, that's
they
all gone.
yeah, they talk about, like how these dudes are gaying it up behind the scenes. Uh,
Hmm.
that shit's real. They've been talking about
Oh,
that
of
shit.
course. They've been saying that for
They've been
years.
talking about that shit for years, man. I
Hmm.
mean,
I remember.
that's why they got rid of conspiracy YouTube, because conspiracy YouTube was hard on that shit, man.
Hmm. I mean,
Every little
I hate to
thing,
say.
every little thing these dudes did, and
Hmm.
got like especially Lil Wayne and Baby kissing, man, that
Oh
shit used to be
hell yeah.
all over YouTube.
But here's a question, dude. I don't like. Here's a question. I mean, just would you say you was a millionaire? Would you wear that outfit that he got on?
Hell no.
I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
there are so many other choices of clothes. I don't like what Offset is wearing. I don't even think it would be that bad if he wasn't wearing that damn bandana on his head,
on his head, right, right, right,
looking
like
like
an old
damn
lady,
looking like Mary Tyler Moore.
right.
You know,
I tell him right, looking like a damn. I don't
then
know,
the way
man.
he got his then the way he got his
The way he
hands
got his
folded
hands, oh
and
my gosh.
his posture and the way he looking at for real, that is a very feminine look.
Look, and I'm not even gonna
Very
lie. Don't it
feminine.
look like they look like two old women that don't you know? You can see the old women that come home from church and they talk about each other. That's what they look like. Two old women that, because I tell people all the time, you want to see the worst motherfuckers go to church. You see half them motherfuckers they do. The only reason they go to church is so they can sit and talk about each other and gossip about it later on.
No, they're actually waiting and going corral to get seated after church.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
this
Oh yeah,
this
that's what
man
exactly. You're
Offset
right.
this man
Oh,
Offset
Bob
looks
Evans.
this man Offset
Yeah.
looks like he's waiting on his husband to pick him up from grocery shopping right now.
Ooh, you are wrong. You are wrong.
No, I'm right. Look at this shit, man. That man looking like he waiting for a man to lay his jacket down in front of a puddle and walk over it.
The manosphere does not claim this type of information
No,
here.
no,
This is all
we do
jokes.
not condone this
This is
kind of
all jokes.
but
This is all
I
jokes.
don't give a fuck. Shit, we do not condone this kind of fuckery that we seeing on this screen right now.
We don't condone that, but I'm just saying this is all
Is
jokes.
Pharrell a
Be sure.
vampire? Is Pharrell a vampire, or is he Botoxing the fuck out of his face? What's going on?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's just a tiny yellow man.
Yeah,
And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I ain't gonna lie. The glasses he got. Come on, dude.
They do with
well,
suspect since he was wearing that dress on. What was that? What was it? Vanity Fair or something like that? And they called it New Masculinity. It's about a year or so ago.
I am
He was
so
wearing a
tired of
dress
them
up there.
trying to. I am so tired of them trying to redefine masculinity through bullshit
Yeah.
like this.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
yeah,
And I'll sit there and look at that and say, now here's a question. If that's supposed to be the new masculinity and all like that, I said, yeah, new masculinity sponsored by Disney.
Disney,
I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? God damn it. See? Damn
Disney.
it. Let me go ahead and mute up after that. That was wrong, Andre. I should not say something.
What was the topic of the show though?
I just named it after an Ice Cube song. The niggas you love to hate. Like I said, Prime V said I went to the same high school Pharrell went to. How embarrassing.
Oh, so that's mean he went to Princess Anne, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
but you
y'all
know.
Princess Anne motherfuckers, get out the chat
Oh
room.
my god.
Ugh. You probably got that outfit on. I'm going to
Man.
hell. I am going to hell. Thank
No,
I
you
I
mean,
so
graduated
much.
from Warwick High School. Only like a couple of years off from when Michael Vick graduated.
Think I am going to hell,
Michael
man.
Vick. But
Oh
they did
Lord.
Michael Vick, you know. Yeah, I'm glad
Think
you brought
about
up
it. They
Michael
did him
Vick.
wrong for that.
Yes, they
Think
did.
about how
They
hard they
still
think about it. They did this man hard for not because he was fighting the dogs, but because somebody he know was
Mhm.
doing this shit. I mean, can
man,
you
Michael Vick
imagine the
can't
shit?
apologize enough.
Right. Can you imagine? When you sit up and say, "Wow, I didn't even do this." Like, think about what about the basketball player, the 7 foot tall dude who Britney Spears, his security guard, slapped the chick, and now they trying to roast him for his security guard. But if they showed a video where she walked up and grabbed a dude like that, of course his security was gonna be up on him. And
Yeah.
she was trying to get him canceled. And I'm like, God damn. I'm like, what? Plus, she walked up to him with a big ass hoodie on where you couldn't even tell that was a woman. I mean, last time I checked, then people running up to people on stage, you know what I mean, where we done seen that shit before. Come on, man. People
Looking
had every
ooky.
right,
Wimbayama.
every right to.
What's his name?
The
Real
the the,
funny
the,
name.
boy, the 7 foot player, the French dude.
Victor Wimbayama,
Yeah,
something like that.
Wembayama.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and mute up. I got to use this
Oh,
drill.
said Britney Spears got smacked up.
Yep, she deserved it. Oh, did I say that? No, she didn't.
Smacking up that good white woman like that. That's fucked up. Yeah, look at Uki, man. Yo, that dude was man. I remember when I was in high school, they played this high school out here, I think it was in Gloucester. It was during the homecoming game. It's like 90 fuck, it was like 98 maybe. I think I was maybe a fucking sophomore or junior, one of those two. But one way or another, yeah, I remember watching that shit and everything, man. That dude, Michael Vick, man, he was that was something else to watch, yo. They couldn't stop. No one can like literally no one can stop him. And I think honestly, he probably would have ended up winning the Super Bowl at some point if all that bullshit didn't happen.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And they hang it over his head to this day.
Yeah.
Because you know how much they love dogs. They love dogs more than they love a black man.
Oh my God, yo, some of these white bitches I do be
It's already
fucking
been
with.
proved.
Yeah, some of these white bitches I be fucking with and everything. They either a don't have kids or if they do have kids, they still love the dogs more than they love the kids, right? So
Oh,
they would mention they would mention Michael Vick and they was like, man, I don't like him. I was like, whoa. Why don't you like him? Because he was fighting dogs. Do you even know the fucking story? Do
right.
you know at
I said
all?
he wasn't
Or
fighting dogs. If somebody
no?
that knew him was fighting dogs, and he had gave them the down payment on the house. That's
Because that
it.
He's
man,
done.
I mean, like
Yes.
that
when you
man life from
like,
him.
like think about this. That's like saying no offense. That's like saying that all y'all motherfuckers who knew me should go to jail for the crimes I did back then, or
Yeah.
should be guilty for that. You're like, well, wait a minute. All we did is know Dre. That's all you
Yeah.
did. That's the only guilty y'all is. Y'all never did none of them crimes back then. But you know me, so you just as guilty. And think about it. And they come and put you in jail for it
Mhm.
and stop. It's like so. Wait a minute. Now you want to say because if my friend get a felony, I automatically get one too. I mean that's some
Yeah.
shit.
And
This
some
is
of
for
these
you,
bitches and
Lassie.
whatnot.
This
Yeah,
is for
some of
you,
these bitches.
Lassie.
Yeah, go ahead. Exactly. And a lot of them would say, well, a lot of them, dog, when I did speak to them, they was like, well, he should have known. I'm like, yo, you realize
I'm
he had a
fucking
whole fucking NFL career. He was actually,
right.
I was like, you realize he was actually playing the sport of football, the most complicated position he could possibly play in professional
Right.
sports. You
And
know what I'm saying?
consider
You
that you
realize he was doing that. He was reading defenses, trying not to getting the shit
right.
knocked out of him. You know, how the fuck do you
You were
expect him to really be knowing what the fuck's happening in a
at
totally
a
different
house.
state? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. In bumfuck Virginia, because that's really where the fuck it was at over here in
Right.
Smithfield.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, how's he respond? I'm sorry, man. That shit.
All right. That's but see, it doesn't matter. You're a black person under no circumstances, and you're male. Because see, if you really see, that's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it to where a male is guilty for any crime or for any reason. I mean, just an accusation. They want to have the power is now. They want to have the power where all I got to do is give you an act, say something, and I can destroy any male. That's really the power that they want, and they're not going to stop until the end. And unfortunately, as they see, most men are leaving it alone and not really fucking. They're doing a passive thing, aggressive thing, like not fucking with them no more. So all they've done is just turn the screws even more, and they don't
Mm,
realize eventually they're gonna turn the screws so much to where men ain't gonna fuck with women now is hey, okay, fine. Oh, you really like me? Well, I'm just letting you know because it's a wide liability to mess with you as a black female. You have to pay for everything if you want to date me. Oh, you don't? Then evidently you don't like me enough. I mean, it's gonna basically come to that because me ain't gonna say, well, wait a minute. No, all this money I could be spending on dates, I need to be putting in my lawyer cachet for when you go ahead and flip the script. You know, I need
yeah,
to be
that's why you
carrying
gotta get the
my
NDA.
24, right, but I need to be carrying my 24-hour body cam with a 100 terabyte hard drive, record all interaction with you at 100% of the time. For that, I mean, literally, it's going to come to that because that's the only thing I'm going to need to prove my innocence after you tell a lie. So I need to like walk around with a body cam. I got to put yourself under surveillance.
Did that say? I'm sorry, Dre. Did that say that the trial was postponed? Wow. Hold on a second.
It depends on what date this article was written. November
Yeah.
15th,
Mm-hmm.
2022.
Yeah.
Former Seattle Seahawks offensive tackle Chad Wheeler was arrested in January on suspicion of felony domestic abuse. 6 months later, King County
Mm-hmm.
moved back its trial date once again following a July 22nd update. Wheeler's trial is now set to begin October 21st.
Good.
Yeah, with that October 21st, 2022 though.
Right.
And there hasn't been any updates ever since. Chad Wheeler,
Mm-hmm.
of course, was the one who um, beat his black girlfriend almost to
Yeah.
death.
And then when she woke up, he said, "Oh, you're still alive."
He was drinking a smoothie. He
bro.
was drinking
Right.
a
Yeah.
smoothie.
Right. He didn't even call it. Like, think about it. He didn't even. Hey, and see what's so bad is I tell him, no, go ahead and get you a zaddy. And I said, you don't realize something. You always talk about that black men treated you bad. We treated you nowhere near as bad as the Caucasian man has. I mean, you got to remember who we talking about. I mean, the reason why they
For
wasn't the number one in this country is because they don't mind lie, cheat, steal, kill. They don't mind that. At least with our people, we try to forgive. Even when we're
yo,
the ones being killed, we always, oh, we'll forgive them. We'll give you a Bible and we'll give you a hug after you come in and shoot my brother for sitting on the bench eating an ice cream cone.
yeah. The last thing that I see on him is on the 9th when 9th of January, and they said that he was released, and that's it.
Yeah, they probably settled. Because he was quiet. If you ever notice with them, the shit is quiet. And here's the question: Why Malika Andrews ain't talking about that shit on ESPN? Oh, did I
Man,
say that? Ooh, damn. I'm
man,
sorry.
you know why? Oh yeah, oh
Right.
yeah. We mentioned how all these dudes getting laid off of ESPN, but they kept Malika Andrews.
Right. That's that. Well, we already know she was already she been a cum bucket for all of them. That's the only reason why she got her job. God, dog, Andre, stop with the insult, man.
That's why she's with that one dude that's the I think I think he follows LeBron. Actually, it was Scott McMiniman or something like that. He looks like an android or something. Um, yeah, yeah. I think she with that white dude or whatnot. I remember seeing pictures of this shit. But yeah, Malika.
Oh, she Malika, Malika, like I said, she didn't kept her mouth open for a couple other people, so that's why they love her.
She knows where the bodies are buried. Apparently.
Hmm. Yep, they're buried in her
But
stomach.
wouldn't you guys say that? But 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 wouldn't you guys say that that is a righteous strategy for her life? You
Oh hell
know
yeah,
that
she
that
swallowed
that
it.
that that that's her survive. That's her way of surviving.
Of course, of course. What's so bad is when they done with her, they gonna kick her to the curb, and then she gonna come running back to black people. I mean, this is a textbook playbook
Ever.
already.
Because
Oh
all
my
the
gosh!
Enough of us will forgive her.
Yeah,
That's just
unfortunately, that's right.
that's how it is.
Unfortunately,
Enough of us will forgive her for whatever she says about black men, and you
hmm
how old
know
is
the
she?
main. How old is she? Malika
Yeah,
Andrews is. Let me see.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Malika Andrews age 28. She's 28.
Wow, she's still
Yeah, so
young, yo.
she got her whole Miss Andress uh black man hating career ahead of her.
Yeah, let's see how she ages, man. I mean, hopefully that white side doesn't kick in.
Nah, it will.
It will.
It will. So they haven't put Chad Wheeler on trial yet when he damn near beat that girl to death. Jonathan Majors thought though that nigga had been getting railroaded for the past 5 months. Yeah,
Good point. Yeah.
Jonathan, they got video evidence that Jonathan Majors didn't hit that girl. That she was the aggressor. That she is the one that should be arrested. And they moving real slowly on that shit while at the same time still trying to cancel Jonathan Majors. Yeah, Chad Wheeler hasn't been on trial yet. And do you and if people believe that his girlfriend who got almost beat to death really want to see that man go down, You are a naive
So
fucker. Go ahead.
the lesson here is
Right.
the lesson for black men here is don't fuck with dogs, white women, and pork.
Right. Right. Well, I ain't gonna lie. The messing with the messing with any intelligent black man is this: under all circumstances, that when you mess with a woman, period, doesn't matter who she is. One mistake, they're out. They raise their voice at you, they're gone. They disagree with you on a day, they're gone. Literally, you just can't take no chances whatsoever.
You can't,
Mhm.
but
You need to
the
treat them like, hey, look, up defective. You better cancel them like they do it, like Apple canceled the damn smart screen phones when they up not up to this quality, reject it. You got to cut them off under no circumstance. Oh, did she pass gas and it stink? You're gone. Like literally, you.
Drop kick them hoes out the damn passenger side, yo.
Hey, hey, hey! I have no idea who would ever do a thing like that.
I don't know.
I mean, neither.
So
That's a
inhumane.
lot. Right, I know. Especially when they use both feet to do it.
Exactly.
hmm hmm I forgot I told y'all motherfuckers that. And what's so bad? What's so no? But what's so bad is I walked in, ran into the broad the other day at the grocery store. Oh, hey, how you doing? Try to give me a hug. How you doing? And I'm like, oh God. But I'm like, you would think that a person would have left you alone after that. No.
No, she's likes to abuse.
Right. That's what I said. I said, which is backwards. I told people it's backwards this fuck.
Who's that? Megan Good?
yeah, that's making
Yeah.
good. Yeah, her and
hmm
Jonathan Majors
Yeah,
are
yeah,
a thing now.
yeah.
Andre, what's going on? He says, think about brothers. You ain't heard no black women really going crazy on Chad Wheeler, but since Jonathan Major has a child with Karen, sisters don't want to ride
hmm
with him. Hey, and let me tell you something. I'm pretty much done with that thought process. It's like when we say stuff like that, they
hmm
act like we're setting some type of expectation if we get in trouble,
hmm
that we expect them to come in and have our backs and
Nope.
be the shoulder that we can lean on.
We
No,
never expect that. We never
I
expect
mean it
that.
was
They
the
expect
same.
that from us. But
But
You know,
it was the same thing when they publicized brothers getting gunned down in the streets by police officers. That somehow we expect them to fight for
hmm
us, go march in the streets, and
Right.
all that. I said, no, bitch, we don't expect you to do anything. You're basically
hmm
using our misfortune as a way to make yourself seem like a decent human being when you're actually not.
hmm Right.
So
I said,
John.
no offense,
you
if
know the
you've heard us more than all the racism combined.
you know what I kind of think of this about like I'm gonna take this back even before
That's a
Jim Crow,
fact.
right? Or even after Jim Crow, to be honest with you, when basically whenever the I guess the white neighbor would come over to a black man's house or whatnot, and literally it'd be the woman in between the black man getting killed and the group of white dudes or some shit like that. You know how that was actually depicted in movies or how it was told to us in stories. You know what I'm saying? I think of it goes back, you know what I'm saying, as far as like that imagery and everything and everything as far as what we're talking about right now, as far as them expecting themselves to actually be the ones who quote unquote need to protect us because they already think that we belong to them. So basically in their heads, I'm not gonna say all black women, but a lot of black women they think that since we're their property, they need to protect their property.
let me let me read Prime VA's comment. He said these days black women do more damage to black men than other women do. They kill more black men for sure or get us killed. Yeah, that's some type of that's that is something that is rarely discussed. Let me see if I can look up this article real quick. I can show you how dangerous how they minimize how dangerous like some of these women are. So let me see if I can find that story.
I could definitely say that about my second wife, yo. I definitely say that about her ass, man.
So your second wife?
Yeah, she what ended up happening? She what was it? We were married for probably about a year and some change, possibly. But from the very beginning, this was like back in like 2016 and whatnot. So this is like during like the hell's that shit called? All those riots and everything that was happening. Who was that? Mike Brown that was killed, right? So what was it? Let me walk outside real quick. So basically, we already had our issues, whatever the case may be. And then I believe at one of those points in time there was they were having like this march, right, going down Mercury Boulevard and whatnot. Her cousin came over, said, "Hey, they marched down Mercury Boulevard, whatever." I was like, "Yo, we need to stay here. We'll need to be no parts of that shit." She made up in her mind that she was going to go, and I was like, "Fine, I'll go with you, but only to protect you." You know what I'm saying? So went with her. For, all that shit happened. Everything. This was a lot of fucking walking. That's all it was. But that was like my first interaction with BLM right there. But yeah, basically overall and everything, she just after we came back and everything, she just became real disrespectful and whatnot. Like I wasn't out there with her the entire fucking time, But at the very end, basically, I came home from work. This was like several months later. Came home from work, sat down, and I was like, man, I'm done. I'm done. It was on her birthday. I didn't care because when you're done, you're done. So sat down on the edge of the bed. Told her I'm done. She ended up contacting my job and telling them that I was doing drugs. So therefore, I had to end up
She
resigning from my
contacted your
job and
employer
whatnot.
and said that you was doing drugs.
Yes.
They do that. Basically, it's like this: if I can't have you, I'm gonna make sure that you can get no one else. It's called blowing up the spot. I mean, that comes all the time.
Yeah. But go ahead, Donnie. What are you about to say?
No, it's just more and more apparent that we're dealing with spoiled children. They want equality. They want to be created as equals. They want to be seen as people who are capable and culpable of anything. And when it really boils down to it, they have specific standards that need to be met, like spoiled fucking children. And if they're not met, they'll throw a tantrum and tell you that you're a misogynist or you've in somehow, some way hampered their rights.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had to start. It really that shit set me back like a motherfucker. I mean, but
society is giving them free reign to do that, which is so bad more than anything. Like, I mean, to imagine that, just like with the woman with me, you make an allegation on me, and like they go through this shit for like 45 minutes, and the only thing after everything boils down. During that whole argument, after like 45 minutes of bullshit, I called somebody a bitch, and that's why I should be canceled. I'm like, but you made a false allegation on me. But it doesn't matter that you shouldn't have called a person a bitch. So I was supposed to just stand there and take the fucking abuse and not do nothing. But that's exactly what they want.
Yes,
they want you to stand there and take.
That's what a real man does.
That's exactly what they want.
And that's what, but that's what society wants too. Society wants them to be allowed to do and say anything, and you're just supposed to stand there and take it. So unfortunately, if this is the rules we're gonna play by, then we're gonna change our rules. Well, from now on, any little thing, you're gone. Period. Under no circumstance, I ain't gonna lie. What men should do, since society says that y'all can cancel us at any time, under no circumstances do we pay for anything. We don't when we go out, we pay our own way. Listen, we pay our own way. We do like this. If you're not, either we loving or we see you tomorrow. Because the only time you should be dealing with a woman, you shouldn't be dealing with a woman unless you're on top of her. If you ain't getting none, you don't need to be dealing with her. Because if you're going to be taking the risk of dealing with a female, you need to be at least getting some type of something out of it, and you shouldn't be spending no money. It's just really what it is. That's what society says now. They're too much of a fucking risk. Why play Russian roulette without the fun? All
right, let me take a look at the screen real quick. Yeah, the where I had the pointer at, this
Hmm.
man right here, and this is his lawyer. This
Hmm.
man, like over a year ago, was shot in the back of the head by his Lyft driver. This right here is his
Mm.
Lyft driver.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's demanding justice
I don't remember
because
this shit at all.
yeah, they let her go from Lyft, but they still haven't arrested her yet.
Are
Right.
you
The fuck you
serious?
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, they haven't arrested her. It's like kind of this.
What
Hmm.
was
Kind of
her
like this.
excuse for shooting him in the back of the neck or the back of the head?
Well, here's how the story goes. They got into an argument because he added a stop on his ride. She thought that he was trying to skip out on his fare, which could not been anything more than $12, $13.
I was
Hmm.
just
So
thinking
she
that.
calls a friend of hers saying that he ain't gonna even make it to see next year. So he
Wow.
gets out the car
What?
after
Now,
they
see, that should
argue.
be premeditated.
After he gets out the car, he says he gets like 2 or 3 steps away from the vehicle. He feels this striking sensation in the back of his head,
Wow.
and he passes out. He wakes up in the
Wow.
hospital. He's legally blind in one eye. It
Wow.
was my thing is this: if they're trying to shoot you, if they shoot you in the head,
Right.
that's they're trying to kill you. That's
You
not
think? You
that's
think?
not okay. I ain't shoot the nigga in the arm. I ain't shoot him in the leg. I shot him in the head.
It was an
Why is
accident,
it? Why
Kevin.
isn't she? Why isn't she in prison somewhere?
Kevin, it was an
Exactly.
accident. It was an
I'm in
accident.
shock, yo. That shit is that like Dre said, and that's the first thing that popped in my head was like she made it clear that she had intentions of killing this dude over probably less than $20.
$13,
So I mean,
and it's not like an active lawsuit or active robbery where he's like, "Bitch, give me your purse." You have
right.
untold amounts of money on there. It's not, bitch. I'm finna
And
stop,
no
but
offense, you get paid no matter what through the
$13.
Lyft driver. No, but you get paid like there's
Right,
no way for them to skip off. When you a Lyft driver or an Uber
Thank
driver,
you.
as a person who's done that, you get paid no matter what. You get paid, so
right. It's
you got your
insane.
money coming. So I mean, what the hell are you worried about? If anything, she's probably lying and she wanted a tip, and he didn't
If
give her a tip
but see
because
here,
it seemed
but here's the thing: when they add a stop, the fare increases.
creases right. So
Yeah.
you would rather get more money. So, and if he didn't come back, they still got to pay for that whole fare, and they just charge you even more because they even charge you. You get a waiting time. Like if they had to stop and it's a wait, you got to wait. You get paid for waiting. So if the
Yeah.
nigga never came back, you gonna get a certain amount of pay just for sitting in your car. That's the beautiful thing. You ain't putting no wear and tear in your car. You sit there, put your feet up, take a nap, and get paid for that time.
Wow.
In fact, let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Like,
Oh, well, you
When
see
did
the
this
other
shit
chick.
occur?
No, did you hear about the other chick that shot the dude in the back of the head because she swore up and down she thought that he was kidnapping her?
Oh Lord.
Another driver just got shot in the back of the head in this month. He got shot in the back of the head because she said that he thought because I guess like maybe like the thing updated and gave him a different route because of traffic. Because sometimes it does do that, or it gives you alternate routes you can take depending on how bad the traffic is. She didn't say nothing. She said she didn't say nothing. They got a button you can push even on your phone. She just pulled out a gun and shot the dude in the back of the head. With another, because there's another one. She did that recently. Another driver just got shot. You know what I mean?
you
Yeah.
The
know, you
gig
have all
economy.
these.
Yeah.
Well, you have all. Yeah, you have all these narratives out here like black men are just trying to kidnap and traffic and assault and kill and femicide and all
We'll bring them
this
back.
other
You hear
shit.
me?
Okay, here we go. Here's a news report.
Yeah,
Fair use, by the way.
femicide, you motherfuckers.
Out on bond for 2 years, and the passenger district attorney is stalling. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live in
Can y'all
DeKalb
hear that?
County, and Audrey, that passenger is calling for
Yes,
some
well,
justice.
we hear it.
Right, and it was quite an emotional moment. We lived that shooting. It all happened here. This apartment. He argued back and
Hey,
forth
can y'all hear this?
with his Lyft driver. Then
Yes,
Yeah.
got
we
out
can
of
Mm-mm.
hear
the
you.
back
Yeah, we can
seat
hear
of
it.
the
Hello?
car, walked
Yes,
in
we
this
hear
direction.
it.
A shot.
Okay.
My life has changed.
More than 2 years later, and the pain is still quite real for Emmanuel Hollins. In December 2020, he says he took a Lyft rideshare to his job at this Candler Road apartment complex in DeKalb County. He tells me during the ride, he added to stop. He says his Lyft driver then accused him of trying to skip out on payment and went into a rage.
Then she was like, "Oh well, we can call the police and everything."
According to the legal complaint, quote, at some point during the drive, plaintiff overheard defendant Michelle Rucker calling a third party and indicating that, quote, something was about to go down. Defendant Michelle Rucker then told plaintiff Hollins, quote, you won't see 2021. Emmanuel says he got out of the car and walked away. He tells me he took less than 5 steps and then felt a bullet hit the back of his head.
I didn't even know that you had a gun pointed at me. But even still, I wasn't acting out. I wasn't waving my hands or anything.
Fair
Shooting
use.
left Emmanuel legally blind in his right eye. As for the driver, Michelle Rucker, police arrested her for aggravated assault. But attorney Mike Jones says Michelle Rucker is still out on bail. Now he wants the DeKalb County DA's office to move forward with the case.
We want the perpetrator to be prosecuted.
In a statement, the DA's office wrote in part, quote, the case in question is still being investigated by the office of the DeKalb County District Attorney. Charges are forthcoming pending the receipt of records required from Mr. Hollins and his attorney.
These last 2 years have been
Required. The fuck?
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that?
Right. Are you serious?
I mean, the bullet in the back of his head wasn't enough.
Nope.
So the real issue here is rideshare is not uncommon. Rideshare is not hard. It's not some mythical thing that nobody has any idea of. You, like Dre said, you're gonna get paid either way. So the fact that when he canceled his ride and she shot him in the back of the head, there was absolutely no reason for it. None whatsoever.
It was a road rage incident. Basically, she was just. But see, the beautiful thing is, all she's gonna do is get a lawyer, and they're just gonna say, "Well, she was afraid of her life." They're gonna just spin it, and that's the beautiful thing about with women. And with women is all you got to do is tell the best lie, and they're never gonna like. Say if it was a man that said, say if it was just me and Kev, and Kev and I shot Kev in the back of the head, right? For as he got out the car, and then I could be like, well, yeah, I felt Kev was gonna touch me some type of way, this, that, and the other. As soon as they proved that story and all that shit didn't happen, I would end up going to jail for lying and all that shit. Where the women can lie, tell 50 falsehoods where they know it's proven it out, and they're not gonna bring up not one charge on none of them lies.
And this was in Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
And you got that mammy ass prosecutor over there that she'll let the cops off, but ain't said nothing to these motherfuckers that shoot niggas, huh? Okay.
Of course not. Well, this is the problem.
You heard what he said.
You're expendable.
Pending
You should have been
certain
a dog.
documents. Pending certain documents from him and the lawyer.
Right. Right. The bullet ain't enough. His hospital bill. Like, just give an example to show you how the law don't work. Me and Kevin get into a fight. If Kevin goes to the hospital, right, the state automatically picks up charges on me. The man got a bullet in the back of his head. That should be automatic charges off rip. You went to the hospital, but it's a woman. Because basically, every time somebody goes to the hospital, the state picks up charges off rip. That's normal every fucking where when it's men. When women, they won't say shit. That's actually been, with people come out and positively say that. Yeah, when it's women, they kind of look at it a little bit more. But it's automatically off rip, they pick up charges because the person went to the hospital.
Yeah, because a lot of these women, especially the really fucking horrible ones, are a lot more protected.
Yeah.
The loud minority.
But I guess the bullet in the back of his head wasn't enough, huh?
It
like, well, we need proof.
How dare you, niggers?
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, like that's kind of bad when you think about it. You be like, well, she shot me in the back of the head. This, that, and the other. Here's the thing. I understand that we could find GSR, but why should we believe you? It's kind of like, Yeah, it's just horrible.
She said you were trying to skip out on your fare, and you called her a
So you
bitch. That's
deserve
why
to
she
be
had to shoot you.
but think about it. So even if I was trying to skip out on my fare, did that justify a bullet in the back of my head? Yes, because
But that's what tells
basically,
you this hasn't sat in front of a grand jury. Ain't
right.
no grand jury in the world gonna sit up here and say, "Well, yeah, this is the facts. This is what happened," and she shot him in the back of the head. Yeah. Oh no, send their ass off. Because why? A grand jury has what the saying is: a grand jury will indict a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
Why haven't you, as the prosecutor, put this in front of the grand jury?
of course, because well, this the problem is they died a ham sandwich as long as it's male.
I was just thinking that too. You better be
Only
sharp
male
cheddar
ham
too.
sandwich.
Yeah, just like this whole Kiki Palmer thing. Like the reason why it's so controversial is because a man said it to a woman.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
That's it. You know, how dare he? How dare he tell a woman
How
what to
dare
do with her
right?
body?
That's no, basically, is how dare he have any rules or stipulations for a woman? And that's basically what they're going with the feminine. They're
How
going to make it.
dare
They
he
want it
have?
so
How dare
women
he have
have no
standards?
accountability for nothing. No, but they want it. Women, they want to make it like this: all laws women don't have to follow, and they have no accountability for nothing. Because I mean, you would never see how hard they're pressing, and it's like the men ain't really even fighting back. They kind of just like leaving you alone. It's like, well, how can rapes be up or y'all being abused or taken advantage of where 50 something percent of men ain't even dating? So
Hello?
where are these people that's abusing you? Where half of the men just say, fuck it, I don't play the game no more. But somehow you trying to still say that the numbers are up and y'all are always being abused or taken advantage of. And this, I'm like, by who? Nobody. In a minute, there's gonna be nobody dating your ass. I mean, most people just get the aloe and lanolin lotion and just call it a day.
That means I put myself to sleep.
Aniline.
Aloe and lanolin.
That
You
means
know what I
I
mean?
put myself to sleep.
See, look at this. See, look, man. You better get. Look, y'all better get this shit right here, man.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tragic.
Look at this, man.
Yeah.
Look,
Well,
man,
I
I'm
hope.
telling you
I
right
hope.
here. Look. Saves you over $1 million in child support, people. I'm Judge Dre,
What
and I
you,
sponsor this product now.
Judge Dre? What you gonna do about all the other child support you paying in that already exist?
Well, it avoids future child support payments.
Okay.
Handle it
Okay.
yourself.
I will say one remedy to that because I only have my 16-year-old left. That means I only got 2 more years of servitude. I'm
Ooh,
done.
yeah.
For real.
Unless you
My
go to college.
yeah,
They know that
in
trick. You go
order
to
to
college, you
avoid
got to
that,
keep
don't
paying.
stick your dick in anything that isn't premenopausal.
Right. Oh yeah, you're right.
All right. A lot of people are saying that Team Light Skin is whack for this, but let me read. Yeah. They getting on light skin dudes for real for this shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god.
I mean, but let me read this. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his
Like his
kids
kid
to
looking like a
showcase
thought
booty
bucket.
cheeks, to please
Mm-hmm.
others and get
Right.
told how much of a hater he is. This is my
Right.
family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Man,
all of this shit is crazy. You have this bitch is hugged up with her ass cheeks out in a see-through dress. Motherfuckers be like, "Oh, I don't see a problem with the dress." And initially, I was like, "I don't really see a problem with the dress either," until I realized that the dress was see-through at the bottom,
ooh,
and you can see ass cheeks, and that she was hugged up with Usher, a nigga who has herpes, who is known for fucking with these bitches, and out here grinding on him in public. If you don't get the fuck out of here, bitch, for real, Usher with herpes, with your ass cheeks out. And then here's the thing, Kev, do you have the ability? Well, you do have the ability. Look up Kiki Palmer with no makeup.
I already got that picture.
Yeah, she's super average.
Yeah, I already got that picture, sir. Yeah, yeah. I
Bitches be
mean,
I'm not
having some
laughing at her.
audacity.
I'm not laughing at her face. I'm looking at homeboy right there. That shit's hilarious.
here's the thing, and I said this last night. Kiki Palmer is probably like a lot of black females out there. They want to be beautiful to everyone that they possibly can be. They want to be beautiful.
Mm,
And when they don't feel beautiful, they do shit like this. They'll post it on social media. Please accept me for all my flaws and all of my shortcomings. And, then you got a bunch of big chicks with bacon wrap jaws talking about, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, these men are crazy out here. Oh, that's what happened with her. And then when she
But
get and then like I said last night, that photo right there with her in that see-through dress is probably the prettiest she has ever looked in her life.
definitely.
It
And
is
think
probably
about and think about this though. You gotta like when you look at that picture when you sit up here and say for a man they sit up here and ruin his rep because he already knew his reputation was shit just for saying something. To me, he worded that message pretty decent. It could have been a lot worse. And then when you say, look at your face on the right after all this bullshit, no offense, ain't nobody with any, like, you probably ain't can't get a man no better than that. And then by your actions and stuff like this afterwards, like anybody that got anything going for them or any man that cares about the welfare and health and safety of their children, and worried about the stress that the kids will go through would know after this incident not to put a baby in you. You don't realize this is probably the best man you probably ever get, and he probably really loves you.
and I may catch some heat for saying this from the usual suspects,
Hmm.
but Kiki Palmer carries on like a very socially awkward person.
Yeah, and look at
Yeah,
all them. No
the bitch
offense,
is weird.
look at all them
Do,
bumps on her
do y'all
face, though,
remember
dude.
that she was out here accusing Trey Songz of sexual assault, and
yep.
then the
Yeah.
bitch got caught and had to take that L. Well,
Mm.
nah, bitch, you was looking thirsty. You was out here looking thirsty, trying to get your little smut on,
Hmm.
and you look crazy. They put you on that daytime television show, and you sat up here and acted a whole damn fool. They was like, listen, bitch, we're gonna have to do something else with you. We're gonna have to do something else with you. You out
Right.
here admitting to having abortions, bitch, go have a seat.
Right. But her face looked
Basically,
like a
honestly,
dartboard, man.
that's fucked up. But to be honest with you, she's no different than a Gabrielle Union with a kid. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
that's really that's the only thing right there. And to be honest with you, I see the same trajectory and whatnot because you probably won't see her much in anything else because she's probably more likely very insufferable.
yeah, but and look at I'm sorry though. Like this is the thing. If anything, she should say, you know what? If she really wanted to save face, where she could ever get another man who either this dude to ever care about her on the level of this dude, or even make a dude to make a little bit more money, she should come out and say, you know what? Now that I think about it, I should have been thinking more about my children at home, this, that, and the other. That would be a big thing to any man to say, wow, you know what? She realized she did something wrong after all this bullshit. She kind of apologized. Maybe there is something there. But for her to just go down on this and continue, like, no, she should say, "No, we really need to be thinking
Uh,
about the kids because any man that has a kid, they worry about the future of that child. You want to make sure that that child can be talked about, you know."
Look, everybody's
And,
gonna get talked about at some point. I mean, we
yeah,
do
but you want
we
to
do worry
limit it.
about
You
that.
don't act
Yeah,
break.
we
Come on.
we we do worry
Yeah,
about
don't worry
that as
about it.
parents. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
think about it.
but
Think about it, Kevin. Would you go like it's like this? Would you go pick your daughter up from school wearing some coochie cutter paint shorts?
she wouldn't go to school like that.
No, 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 not
In
she
the
wearing them.
beginning.
You are.
Man, who the fuck you think?
But you are talking about like some gym shorts, like some shorts are looking real unpresentable to where your daughter's friends could say, "Look at your dad." You know what I mean? Because kids are rough, man. They talk about each other.
Kids are cruel. Kids are
Yes, they
mean,
are.
and and,
Why put
and,
your
and,
kid
and
through that?
kids are brutally honest.
Definitely,
Very, they are very brutal with that shit.
definitely.
But
Now think about it.
that's
Would you?
why
Right.
you got. But see, that's why you got all of these old social justice campaigns that's targeting the mentality and psyche of children.
Yep.
That's why, because they want children to be okay with shit like this. And
Right.
and the photo on the screen, did Kiki have a boob job?
No,
Yeah,
so
I was looking at that too.
she
Maybe that's
she
a good
had
push-up bra.
she had a
Yeah, that's a
baby,
hell of.
so when you
Oh
have a
yeah, they're a little
baby,
bit milky.
Oh
women,
yeah.
yeah, they get the breastfeeding and everything else. So that's what she's doing. She's riding the waves of just having a baby. And I've seen women come back and say, "Well, she's 5 months postpartum. She's out here doing this and that." And my wife is 5 months postpartum. And I had this conversation with her. I said, "If I ever see you out with your ass cheeks anywhere, it could be it could be in the bathroom, and I'm not home, nigga. You got to move."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
we'll say
this behavior is foolish.
it is. She will be at Howard Theater on at July 13th for intimate
To do
conversation
what?
on
To host a spelling bee?
hold on to enter for intimate conversation on entering your big boss era, embracing your authentic self, motherhood, navigating your career, and more. That was 2 days ago.
Let me ask you something. What has aside from the movie where the bitch is with the alien with the British dude, what movie have you seen this bitch in that it's not been Achilles the Bee?
uh,
Wow.
uh,
So why are we putting
she
so
was in
much
the
emphasis on her
she was in the
if
T
as
she was
if
in the
she's
she was in the TLC movie on Lifetime.
so the nigga was on a Lifetime low budget
She,
film. She was on a made for TV movie, and we out here giving her the credit that she doesn't deserve.
Right.
You out here treating this bitch like Angela Bassett. Had Angela Bassett did this shit, niggas would have been like, it is Angela Bassett, but uh,
Right.
like, do y'all not understand? Beyonce got cheated on. It was a whole fight in the elevator
Right.
because Beyonce got cheated on. The bitch put
Right.
out a whole album talking about how this nigga was fucking with Becky with the good hair. And
Right.
bitch with your acne, bad
Right.
vision, is out here hugged up with a nigga with herpes. You think nothing's gonna happen?
Right. Right.
Bad vision.
Ooh, shit, you wrong for that, but it hit hard.
She got astigmatism, yeah.
Hanging with her.
said she was in a Tyler Perry movie also. That probably wouldn't
What
make her
Tyler Perry
case any.
movie was the bitch in?
Probably would make her case any better.
No.
Listen, t- Tyler Perry movie, the motherfucker who's 6'5" walking around in a dress. We gonna give her some credence for that. Listen, nah, I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing to talk about in terms of who Kiki Palmer is. That's a goofy bitch who's been in the background for years that motherfuckers want to give some credence to because she's just as fucked up as the rest of y'all. And y'all hope that she gets Sierra's prayer and some loser ass nigga comes and plays the baby daddy role and raises that nigga's kids. But it's not gonna happen.
She was in this movie with Ice Cube back in 2008 called The Long Shots.
Yeah, that's
A movie with Ice Cube.
Yeah.
I don't remember no movie with Ice Cube. So what movie was that?
That's when he was doing all those kid movies and everything.
That means she didn't play a memorable role.
The bitch was in my car movie, or Are We There Yet? Is that what you telling me?
No, The Long Shots. That she was she was inserted as a
Oh,
quarterback for a Pop Warner football team.
when she was still a child
Yeah, when
and
she was
nobody
still
knew she was a fuck up. I got you.
Yeah.
Listen, let me say this. Kiki Palmer can act. I don't think that anybody can deny that woman's acting ability. However, she has not been cast in any real major roles. She's not been put in a position to win. There's a reason for that. Hollywood has said this bitch is a headache. We can't deal with that. And you motherfuckers is out here supporting her ratchet behavior, pushing her
Right.
forward down the line.
And then you
Yeah,
wonder,
like, why do we
never been in a good ass role?
why do we as blacks always have to be the absolute worst in everything? Why? Why do we always every time we do some fucked up shit, we got to do it big, and then when people call us out on this shit, we do it even bigger.
Well, it's either we do it bigger, we say we just playing, or we act like we didn't do it. One of those three things.
That's tragic.
Or you find a white woman example. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any of y'all know who Charlotte Flair is?
No.
No.
She's the daughter of Ric Flair.
Oh,
was-
you said Flair.
Oh. Woo.
Yeah, she was wearing some wrestling gear that was kind of see through with kind of a bathing suit. Now, this is the kind of stuff that wrestlers usually wear. They compared what she was wearing to Kiki Palmer and said nobody complained on Charlotte when she was doing it. I said, you guys are fucking stupid. You're reaching everywhere y'all can to make excuses for this.
It's it's reserving their right to be a hoe. It's just there's no other way to look at it. They are in reserve of their right to one day I may be in this position, and if Kiki Palmer can get away with it, my ratchet ass can get away with it, and that's just not the fucking case. I had an argument with a coworker and a friend. Motherfucker gonna say, well, she was grinding with Usher, but it wasn't like a disrespectful grinding. Can you please elaborate to me what a disrespectful grinding?
What? It wasn't all that. It wasn't that bad, y'all.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't.
They go through mental gymnastics to justify stupid shit, just in case they come up and do their own stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's women
at
who
least
are
that. Yeah.
who are
Go ahead.
married with husbands who will never do this shit a day in their life. They wouldn't dream of doing this shit because they know the consequences of this. They will advocate for this fuckery like they did it.
I'm sorry. This is the dress they're talking about with Charlotte. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, I had to look it up. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. That's
It's
crazy.
foolishness.
Man. It is. It really is. Any way to justify fuck shit for the most part.
How dare you talk about that, Judge?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
you see the
Keke
nigga
Palmer,
deleted
man.
it from her Instagram and kept on about his life.
Yeah, no, I was just reading this article about that and everything, and yeah, apparently she's come out with T-shirts about this.
T-shirts?
Yeah, T-shirts. Let me go back to it. It says, "I'm a mother. I'm a mother. I'm a mother." There you go.
And she need to add single to it.
Yeah, she's capitalizing off of this. Actually,
Right.
there's a article about it in Harper's Bazaar. Came out yesterday.
I'm a mother.
Yeah.
Bitch, if you don't sit down, we can still be sexy. Yeah, you sure can. All alone by your goddamn self.
Man,
I didn't know she had a son. That's crazy.
yeah, he's gonna have to weather that when he gets a little bit older.
Yep.
Hey, let me put this picture up here real quick on the screen. Okay, all right, that is y'all know who that is, right?
What the fuck is this about?
Y'all know who that is, right? That's Nick Fuentes.
Ghetto gaggers.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got a question for
that's
the
who
other
they
black men
got.
on this panel.
They
When you see like the stuff like this that's going on, do you sit up here and be like, God damn, I thought that we have already reached the bottom, and every time I feel that we reach the bottom, it's like somebody just describes, oh, we can dig deeper.
let's just get out some shovels and dig deep. See, here's the thing. This is why this is why everybody was so mad at Just Pearly Things, because of this guy right here, Nick Fuentes, white
Yeah.
ring, alt right. People say he's racist. He's Mr. All Lives Matter.
Right.
Well, look at your boy now. Yeah.
That's when it bent over. like Mammy's on the plantation, ready for Master to come over.
Pretty much,
And
yeah.
and
Some
look and
Jason
look
Pope shit.
and look at whose logo is in the bottom left hand corner.
Fresh and fit.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes all the sense in the world.
yeah, they're
It
dweebs
does.
anyway. And the black delegation, we really don't claim them, but we know they're gonna get lumped in anyway with us. But we don't feel this way. We like for all of that outrage about just pearly things and the whole Nick Fuentes thing, because that's really how it started. So what do y'all got to say about this right here? This is what's going on. You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say nothing. They're gonna act like this shit does not exist.
hmm This could be one of the convenient times in which Fresh and Fit aren't black. And then when they do something else, then they'll be then they're black, and then after that they know black.
The immigrant nonsense.
Yeah. Himself white supremacist.
And you saw that video, homeboy running around with the white hood on his face, fucking with Alba and Preach, right?
Oh yeah.
You talking about Myron?
Yeah.
Start making monkey noises.
Oh, okay, that's what you niggas do. Okay, yeah. I know black. I know black.
I know black.
My people didn't come from slavery. Okay. We'll take your people back to their country.
Oh shit. Yo, honestly, the chick in the dress kind of looks like that K chick from I forgot. I think she was on the Peep Show or something. But honestly, they all kind of look the same, so it's kind of hard to really tell the difference. But yeah, that's
But these are these Viking conquerors they keep talking about. This lineage of alpha men who defeated black men, and it just the same men that couldn't be in a room full of us without pissing his pants. Them kind of motherfuckers. Because being from Alabama, as much as they love to talk, like people love to talk about my home state and everything, man, we didn't play that shit with no white folks, not at all. Shoot, I go to any one of y'all home states and guarantee that you're much nicer to racist white people than we are. I don't know where I know where Donnie's from. They don't play that shit. And Dre, you're in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
They definitely don't play that shit there.
Play
I'm
what
in
shit?
VA.
Play what?
This whole being nice to white folks, just
Oh
because they
no.
white and
Oh
treating them like they superior. And
no. Unfortunately, white people where I stay, because remember, like in my graduating class, like you look at my graduating class back in '97, I went to Cleveland Heights High School. We had a pretty good high population of white people, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I was younger, it was racism. Like a lot of the white boys would talk shit. As I got older, them white boys did not fuck with black people at all because they knew if they said anything or came off any type of way, they got the beat down so bad it wasn't funny. I mean, like
Yeah,
literally, the black
white
people would
folks know
just stomp you
when to
into
play it.
oblivious.
White folks know when to play it. They will, if
You know
it's
what?
a
No,
group
no,
of black
they had
folks, they will
numbers.
be
They would be
quiet
like
as a church mouse.
40%. They were like 40% in our school. Them white boys didn't do shit. They didn't or like literally when some shit went down, it was when a black person, a white person, a lot of people, black people just look, and I would usually that white person just walk away because they already knew if they said anything wrong, it would be so many people jumping up. And this is the thing: black people will jump in and help other black people that they don't know when it comes to that racist shit, especially when it's enough of us around. Where white people, you call somebody like say one of them white boys called one of us a nigga, then other white people ain't gonna jump in and help that white boy when he getting his ass beat. They gonna stay right the fuck out of it.
I don't know better.
Yeah, white people they do no avoidance.
They even told me. They said I would never get into a fight with a black guy for a reason. Why is that? He said because this is the problem is I've known what our people have done to them, and I know if I go down, that black man's gonna beat me for every white person that ever got on his nerves. And that's just the beating I don't want to take. Now, this is what white boy told me that. He said, think about it. He said, he said this, I would only fight a black man if I knew 100% I could beat him. 100. He said
That's how they operate.
100%.
Yeah, it is. I remember that when I was in the Navy. That's really, yeah. I heard some of the same shit too. Some of those white dudes I met in the Navy, that was the first. I was the first black dude they ever even spoke to. That shit blew my fucking mind, yo. I was like, how the fuck can you actually live in a country and not be around? But I was looking at it from my perspective and didn't realize that a lot of these white boys, they really have they live in their own
It's
fucking
whole
bubble.
it's whole towns and neighborhoods where niggas ain't allowed. But not bring
Yeah,
your black
exactly.
ass up in here.
Exactly, sundown towns. Yeah, they got those everywhere. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know.
So Prime V8757 says Nick got mad at that Italian girl a while back because she is
Pearly.
dating a black man.
Yeah, Pearl.
Yeah, because they're pretty much when white men and black men, like white men and black women, are pretty much on the same wavelength of hating black men who date white women. Like
Absolutely.
I will never ever forget the Cheerios commercial from a few years back. They had
No,
that.
he's mad than a motherfucker.
They were so mad, and it was primarily white men and black women. They got such backlash that they actually stopped playing the ad.
A cereal commercial.
A cereal commercial, yeah.
I remember, yeah. And you would think like it'd be different if it was like a basic ass white chick. It wasn't like some banging ass white like some I don't want to say Instagram model, but some 6, 7, or 8 or anything like that. It was just a regular ass white chick and a regular black dude, and they had a yellow kid up there. That was it.
But yeah, but you can't have no nigga assimilating with a white woman. You getting rid of that genetic material. Them white folks mad at the motherfucker. Why would you do this?
Yeah.
Why would you mess with our pure white Aryan sisters and mix her with that jungle monkey?
Yeah, plus the commercial showed that he had good credit too. So I mean, you don't want to do that either.
But what is this whole thing about they saying about breeding out? Like you got pro blacks on one side said that if we hook up with white women, that's genocide and that's breeding us out. But on the racist side, they are saying the same thing. Like they're going to be they're going to be breeded. Their whiteness is going to be breeded out. So I mean, so we got this whole fear that we're going to be wiped off the face of the planet. So why isn't like this just for black folks? I ain't talking about white folks. You handle your community how you want to handle your community. We're gonna take we're using you as a proxy to point out the hypocrisy. Why do we have this? But for black people, why is it that we making them superior in every situation?
It's tragic.
Yeah. Is that we hand them the W when they don't even play
because we don't think we deserve a W.
Yeah. Hey, well, that must be very well our problem because I think we do deserve a W in certain things. Yeah.
Or if anything, the struggle is celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like for example, Aubrey, aka Drake. What is it? I've been down so long, it looks like up to me. You know what I'm saying? So things like that and everything, I did it all by myself. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You get that repeated over and over and over again. You really start thinking that one, you did it all by yourself. Two, even if you do get it, you don't deserve it. And even more, the struggle has to continue. Because if you don't struggle, what? If you're not struggling, then what's the use of being black? Because being black is struggle, synonymous with struggle. Go ahead.
It's real shit.
White men created a website called Colfax, doxing white women who are married to black men. White women got the site shut down more than once. That's how much they hate it. Wow.
Yep.
Shoot. Yeah,
Can you say that again? I missed what you said. What was it called?
Colfax.
Saying what? What is the site saying? I just can't be in the room.
It was a website doxing white women who were married to black men.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can understand that because they protect them at all costs. Well, you got to realize they protect women. Period. Like, I mean, think about it. It's the reason why you can say we gonna abort all black male babies and still be on TV and stuff. Like, literally, that would be a death
Yeah,
sentence. If we,
motherfuckers.
like, if KS said that, then that'd be a death
Man,
sentence.
let me tell you something. KS said many things that still got the motherfuckers hating on him to
Yeah,
this
but I
day.
mean, if he said that,
To
right?
this
But if he
day.
said that, like we could abort all black female. Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
But you got to go
Because
to the you got to go to
good.
the female with that one though,
Yeah,
because they're the
Yeah.
ones that's carrying the baby. But even if he were to drop a suggestion like that, he would have caught a tremendous amount of heat. He would have bought
no,
the heat would have it would have it would have had such a wave to the point where it would have affected black male content creators all over
no.
the place.
I say this. If he said that, if a black male said that, just say I said that, and I was known for saying that. Literally, if a female walked up and blew me away right on the street, one, she would become a millionaire overnight. On top of that, they would find a way to let her get off. Say if she never knew me and just walked up and blew me away right then, they would find a way to get her off. She would get like what do they call it? One of them damn things. It was something. You know what I mean? They'd find some excuse to get her off. She wouldn't do a day in jail.
Nope.
Shoot,
But I
just
think
like that.
she wouldn't do a day in jail. Like,
Just like
and think about it, me for just having that belief, saying that, not to
Yeah, just like that woman that shot that dude in the back of the head, the lift drunk,
right,
and she
right,
hasn't been arrested yet.
right.
That shit is crazy.
They need to provide proof that she irreparably harmed him for no reason. What? Nigga, what?
The gun accidentally went off, or so they're gonna say. I mean, like literally, they're gonna say like 10 different lies that all, or the gun accidentally went off. No, she was afraid for her life. No, she thought she was about to be kidnapped. No, and it was like, well, which one is it? Whichever one you believe.
Well, I was looking at like a lot of the articles, of course, is saying that allegedly she shot him.
Right, allegedly, right.
So that's we're coming at it from that perspective. Then it's
Well,
already
that
it's
makes
already
sense. He
fucked.
didn't see it. He just woke up in the hospital.
Right.
Yeah,
It wasn't her. Somebody drove by and did it. Right.
yeah,
Allegedly.
I mean, we'll convict Tory Lanez for that, but
yeah. The
Yeah.
gunshot itself.
Right. Yeah. Think about it. Tory Lanez can get a conviction for that, but she can't. 'Cause-
shame.
It's a crazy feeling. Not I hate to say feeling. I know the whole feeling thing, but it is a crazy feeling knowing that your life really isn't valued
nothing
at all. Yeah,
at
it means
all.
absolutely
You're cannon fodder.
nothing. Yeah,
Think about it. I care more about the screwdriver I just threw in my tool bag than one of these men on these panels is worth. And that's a damn shame,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. But we talk about how black men's lives are devalued and not worth anything, and the argument last week among some brothers on the panel was we were doing the same thing to Jeremy Brown.
Really now.
That we were
Right.
that we were devaluing his life as in his place as a black man because he committed a violent act
Right.
that got him killed. And the
Right.
question should have been the worth. The question that was being presented was the worth of a black man versus what we saw in front of us.
Right.
Look, any of y'all, like I said, any man throw haymakers in your mother's face, you're gonna feel a certain kind of way.
Oh,
You
definitely.
whatever is available to you at your disposal to stop that from happening, you are going to use it because
Definitely.
emotion will take over.
Mhm.
yeah.
One thing that I see wrong in saying things such as, we need to look at his worth as a black man is he threw that shit away when he did that,
Right.
knowing what kind of society that he stays in. And I'm not saying whether it was right or it was wrong to just execute him like that. It was
Mhm.
just that we have to understand the optics of that situation.
Yeah, definitely,
That one in particular. Ain't
definitely.
nobody
You
gonna
put
sit up there and watch their wives or their mothers get their
Hmm.
ass whooped like that. Period. Not even
Yeah.
girlfriends. The way these guys simp out here these days.
Oh
Not
yeah,
not not
yeah.
e- not even a woman that they barely know.
right.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, like me, I know that if I get into a fight with a female, I show you that video of me at Family Dollar. I already knew that there was other men there that hey, if she swung, I probably was gonna end up fighting them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I knew that.
Yeah,
Like I said, I
you got to
knew.
get your lick in. If you go swing on her
No,
ass,
but
you
remember, I
got to
told
make
you I go for the
sure
one.
it was
No, I go
well
for the
worth
one
it.
hitter quitter. Like, literally, I ain't gonna lie. You get into a fight with a female in public, you have to. I like plain and simple. I'm talking black. Girlfriend had a strong chin. She took good hits. So that must mean you hit like a
hey,
bitch because you
hey,
should have not. The first one, it should have been one, and it should have been
hey!
done because you
I
should have been
see
watching your
Art
back after that.
install. I see Art install TV in the chat. Art,
What's up,
Art,
Art?
yeah. I just want to say to Art, like I saw that he wasn't on last night, and that's why I made the decision to go ahead and do a show. I
Mm.
usually, in saying that, I usually like it won't be a regular thing because I respect this time slot. So,
Oh,
so that was what I wanted to say. It's not many people that I care about, preserving their time slot, but Art
mm,
Newstall is one of them. So just wanted to put that out there. Yeah.
But as far as that, do we value? I mean, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he made that decision to try to harm somebody for whatever fucking reason it was. There was no reason for him to actually do that because she didn't initiate any contact with him. Now, granted, if she was running her fucking mouth, you have to find it within yourself just to walk away from certain things. However, there are other. I know there's like so much nuance to all this shit and everything. It's easy for me to say, well, they should have done this and all this other bullshit, right? But the thing is that he never should have put his hands on her, and that was
yeah,
it.
you never
I
should have.
mean, that was it. I mean,
Like,
that's it's consequences and repercussions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
therefore, this is what he got. Good.
But
Yeah.
like,
But
and I totally agree with that. But this is one like I tell people like this, and I'm not trying to excuse his actions, but that goes to show you how stupid some of these women are. Like I know, it's like saying if I say I walk running in the bank and I got a gun and I say everybody put your hands up, and I say and y'all niggas don't do it, and I say niggas if you don't put your hands up you getting shot. And
Yeah.
you like, you don't tell me what to pow. You know what I mean? You kind of stupid. Like you knew the dude said, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna hit you. She wanted to get hit. I
Mhm.
like to me, I wouldn't
I
play
don't
that
I
game. If
don't
a dude,
I don't
wait,
think
wait.
hold
What
up.
I'm
I
trying to
don't
say is
think
I
she
wouldn't
wanted
play
to get
that
hit.
game. No, she wanted to get hit because he told her this is the problem. If you run in there, say you robbing the bank, Kevin, and you say, if you don't lay on the floor, you're gonna get shot. The person right there with the gun or a person right there who's willing to commit the felony is in control. Now, I'm not saying you need to listen to him, but you realize the consequences of your actions by not laying on the floor, you're going to get shot. So by standing up and he told you to lay on the floor and you get shot, you wanted to get shot. Not
And
saying
that
it's right to get shot, but you want it because you knew the consequences. He said, lay on the floor or you're getting shot. He told her to shut up or you're getting hit. She wanted to get hit, plain and simple. Now, I'm not saying that it was right or wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But she knew the consequences of continuing to run her mouth. Now, to me, if I knew a person was already irate, rang, or whatever like that, and he told me to shut the fuck up or I'm getting hit, if I didn't want no confrontation with this person, I'm going to shut up.
man, look.
I mean, because only a stupid person would play that game.
Uh, uh,
I
The
mean,
dynamic here
this is the
is
problem.
it
People
was
think
it,
in your feelings, you feel, well, is that right or wrong? No, but if the person's got the gun and they tell you to shut up
man, look.
and you don't shut up and he shoots you, you're kind of, I mean, not saying it's right to get shot, but you kind of brought that on yourself because he told you to shut up and he warned you more than once.
Man, look.
Not saying it's
Man,
right,
look. look. I'm still gonna go with the. I don't believe that she wanted 3 haymakers to the face.
She wanted that shit.
I don't. I don't.
He told her
I
ass
don't.
that he was look. She now her thing was ain't nobody like she had that attitude like who gonna check me, boo. That what it was. And like
That's what
just
y'all
plain
got
and
out of
simple.
seeing it. That's what y'all got out of that tape.
Yes, I
Who
got
gonna
out.
check
That's why
me, boo?
right. She had that attitude. Like because that's why I told her you should have shut up. And that's why if you evidently the other men, no men in the other thing said calm down. Think about it. I pay attention to the other men that were there. Nobody tried to say pay attention to that. So evidently they heard the other part of the conversation was there. And if
They
you
were
ever
in
notice,
Chirac.
wait. No one of the men came out and even said, yeah, dude was tripping, that, the other. So she might have played a hand in that. Not saying she was completely innocent, but I'm like this. If the dude is going off crazy, say he's got a mental problem and he says, don't do this or I'm going to shoot, and you continue to do that, you want to get shot. Not saying that he had every right, he had a right to shoot you. He didn't. But the dude has a mental problem, and he told you already that he's about to shoot
Clearly don't give a fuck.
if you do this. So
Clearly
you
don't give a
kind of
fuck.
right. He's like sometimes you need to avoid the situation. Kind of like, hey, look, don't go down that street over there because the dudes, rob everybody that walk down that street. Ain't nobody gonna rob me and walk down the street anyway. Not saying you wanted to be robbed, but you walk down that street
Yeah, I
anyway.
get
That's
it.
why you got robbed.
I get what you're saying. You kind of
Right,
she was kind of doing the Lot's wife.
right,
For
right.
people, that's a story in the Bible. God said, "Look, I'm about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. You take your family, you keep running, you don't look back."
Right. Right.
And Lot and the rest of his family didn't look back. His wife,
Mm.
oh, God, tell
Look
me
back.
what to do. I'm
Boom.
gonna look back, and then boom, she a pillar of salt.
Right. Right. I mean, and it's just like I said, and this is the problem. Every time you point out anything with that, the only thing that most of these immature women got from this whole conversation is that they feel that somehow we was justifying his action. I'm not. I'm saying the dude was probably crazy. He probably had mental problems, this, that, or the other. But like I said, I already know him. I have a cousin that's paranoid schizophrenic. When they're going off through their things, if they tell you, hey, man, I'm about to do this, and they got the knife in their hand, you'd be a fool to sit up here and be like, well, no, you ain't going to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. I do say,
We
hey,
even
man,
hear
I'm
half
about
the
to.
shit that she was saying in that tape, though. Did we even hear half the shit that she was
No, we
saying?
didn't because it only
We
came
didn't.
on in the beginning. It came on towards the
Cause
end. So
Super
you can tell
Saiyan,
that conversation had already been.
cause Super Saiyan nigga was screaming.
Hmm?
Cause
You
the
said what?
dude was screaming. Cause he was screaming his fucking ass off.
Yeah, he
Like,
was. He was crazy.
with reaction, like my reaction would have been, this motherfucker crazy.
Thank
But
you. And
at the
I'd be like, I'm
same,
gonna avoid this
but at
nigga.
the same time, as confrontational as us black men are, see, my thing is, I don't take very much shit from people.
Mm.
I don't take
But
very much
sometimes
shit from
crazy people, you gotta let them just. I hate to say, I tell people all the time. Sometimes you gotta learn like this. Is it's been plenty. You know me, I like to fight like a mug. But then sometimes when I see a person going crazy, I'm like, well, they got a mental problem right there. I'm just gonna let that go.
Okay,
Yeah, because I've done it a lot. I actually did it
you
actually last
know,
week at Home
how
Depot.
to, you know how to pick situations where it's
Well,
okay to demeasure versus
well,
the
sometimes,
time.
sometimes you got. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you gotta look. When a person is crazy, or I look at it like this: when a person's got a mental problem, and you get that feeling, or you know that you can beat the shit out this person, and this person can't hang with you. Like I know I can beat this dude on any day of the week. Then me beating his ass, even if the shit go down to me, I look at it as that's kind of like bullying. Or then I know, okay, this person's got a mental problem. I'm just gonna let him get his jollies off and going about his way because he's got a mental problem and it's just not
But
worth
the
it.
way at the strength of this guy throwing punches, he barely would present a threat to anyone unless he had a weapon.
Shit. But well, if I'm a
Dude, man,
female,
she took them punches, dude.
yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, think about it. She took them punches, but just like the woman on the bus driver here in Cleveland, they got going to jail now, lady. She took that haymaker, got thrown off the bus. damaged the bus, try to get back on, but she gonna be the first one. She was the first one in the courtroom when they showed the court case. Oh, you didn't have to hit me like that. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You was trying to beat. You did damage to the bus. You cracked one of the windows trying to get back on after you took that that hit to the jaw. Evidently, he didn't
civil
hit you
rights
hard
punch.
enough.
So,
She ate that punch, dude. Because I went to school with his
that shit came
nephew,
from
with his
Selma.
son. Yeah, she ate that punch, boy. She was just like, oh, good. Can I have some more?
Yo, I will say one thing that people normally operate certain ways when they know they have a certain type of backup with them. You know what I'm saying?
She
So
thought she had backup.
no, she knew she
thought
had it
she
because
had
she knew she had the
backup.
gun.
Well,
She had a
needed the
son and
but
she had the gun.
I think she thought that the people in the store would probably break it up too.
One of those two. But Roy knows
They
she knew
was in
she had
there
a gun.
minding her motherfucking business. It's a whole
Let me
lot
tell
of
you
women. They
something.
say and do ridiculous shit because they know, oh well, if I just mind my motherfucking business, this will be over with. Or I could play the victim.
Right.
Yeah.
It works, and the victim works well.
Let me tell y'all how a true. Let me tell y'all a true legend. 8-ball jacket guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I love that dude.
Oh, that motherfucker. That was a
He
slap heard
smacked
around the
fire out
world.
her ass.
Yeah, and she
Oh, you kidding?
and I'm sorry, but she deserved that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was going around that train hitting people, and then she hit the wrong one. But guess what
Mhm.
happened? Right after he slapped fire from her fucking mouth, Simps jumped
Super
in
simp.
Simps
Yep.
jumped in trying to fight him, and he whooped their ass too.
Yep.
He really did whoop his ass. That motherfucker saw his life flash before his eyes because he hit the bitch, and when that motherfucker jumped up, he choked that nigga all the way throughout that train.
Yeah. Well, see,
I was like, God
plain and
damn.
simple. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, why you think I
Hell,
said
look at
if
that.
anything go down with me, and like I said, I'm gonna try. I got my thing under control. I'm trying not to get in no more fights, no more, because this society is going way too far down. And you know me as a fighter saying that too much shit gonna be jumping off. Everybody's on the fucking edge. But I already know if you get into a fight with a female, especially now, you better go for the one hitter quitter immediately. Make sure that they don't get back up because you're gonna have to be fighting all these other people off of you.
But under what circumstances though? She talked too much. I'm a hitter,
No,
or
you don't hit them
she,
first,
or
but I'm
you
just saying.
defending yourself from physical harm. Hey,
Well,
you
this is
got to
the
clarify
problem.
the circumstances.
Oh, I ain't even gonna sit up here and say you talk too much. I'm gonna hit her because it's like it's nothing sunset in stone that you could say because you'd be like, well, what? She should hit you first. Yeah, but then I say, well, what if she hit your kid? You know what I mean? Because it's always big what ifs and all like that. I hope it just doesn't
I
come to
mean,
that. You know,
what you're putting out is obvious shit. If a
right,
woman smack my child, I'm gonna throw her bitch ass in traffic and dare anybody to do anything about it.
right,
That's just how it is. I'm
right.
letting the world know I will throw a bitch in traffic for my kid. Yeah, but
Yeah,
but just sitting up there arguing and
no,
trying to smell her dragging ass breath.
no.
I
Well,
I,
see,
I
Walk
just don't
away.
know. Yeah, I
no.
don't
If
know if that's
anything,
gonna
I'm a
be enough.
cracker. I'm a cracker. It's like literally, I'm good with jokes. So like, I got into it with a chick there. I'm just gonna rank on you, and I'm gonna have everybody laughing at you. I'm good at getting people to laugh at you. So as long as you don't put your hands on me, I'm fine. But when I'm finished with you, I'm gonna have everybody in the place laughing at you. Like I roasted two other women at two different times at two restaurants. When I walk in there now, oh hey, I remember you. I'm like, hey man, you want something to eat free? I got you, dog. I got you. It's just like because they know I'll roast the hell out of you. And I mean, to the fact of this is, insults don't bother me, but I figure it's right now. Just roast the hell out of them. As long as she ain't putting her hands on you, what the hell can she do?
Right.
But my thing is not to sit up here and take that shit. But this is the bad thing is women they've been sheltered so long, so y'all are easy targets when it comes to roasting. I mean, because every little thing, if you tell her, hey, look, I don't think you should wear that dress. Oh, you're bashing women, and you look how I'm like, whatever, dude. I mean, y'all are so sensitive, like
Well,
where you can just crack them down or nothing.
Azalea Banks is still upset with DC Young Fly over a roasting that happened a few years back to the
Yeah.
point where he
Oh,
had to.
That motherfucker can't let the shit go. Jesus
yeah.
Christ, bitch.
Oh
Right. That's
man.
why I tell you, roast them out. You heard them. I ain't gonna lie. You don't need to beat a black woman's behind. All you gotta do is roast them. I mean, like literally, you will have real estate in that broad's head for centuries.
No, tell her
That's
that
why I
she's
tell people,
ugly.
you don't have to. You don't. As black men, you do not have to hit black women. You can just roast them.
Tell them that she's
That
ugly.
will
That's it.
destroy them more than any. That will think about it. That woman who got hit by Artis Hughes, the bus driver. Trust me, the talking about that people did, because she was talking about that when the case came up. How the people were talking about her, that hurt her more than the hit. Because she went on, like he was on a news interview, she went on talking about that. And I'm like, God damn, you got your ass beat. The only thing you talking about is how people talk about you. You know, when I go places,
Yo,
people say, I'm like, damn. Now.
Yo, as far as DC Young Fly, you talking about Azalea Banks when she said that shit? Oh, that okay.
He roasted the hell out of her then.
Azalea Banks' problem is the same problem that most of these chicks got.
Kiki Palmer.
They feel extremely unattractive.
Yep. Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross and with the tit photos and shit.
Tracy Ellis Ross is the poster woman for single women.
Yeah, also that
Like
lazy ass eye. That eye be like, I ain't gonna lie, man.
and Tracy Ellis Ross,
keep an eye out for
in her
you.
young days,
To keep an
was
eye out
not
for
a
her.
bad looking woman. She's not a bad looking woman, but
She was always fine. She's
ain't a
still
bad looking
fine.
woman, but
It's
she ain't
just
a
too.
good looking
Bitch, you
woman.
clearly are crazy.
Yeah.
Right. She ain't a good, but this is the bad thing. You ain't a bad looking woman and you ain't a good looking woman. I mean, like, no offense. There are plenty of Tracy Ellis Ross style or better without all that shit. I mean, like literally. And the money just makes her think that she's even more. I mean, like literally. I mean, ain't nobody. How many people beating their meat to her? You know?
Nobody's beating them Meet the Rainbow.
To Tracy Ellis Ross, I'm saying. I mean, like, who is? No, come on, dude. It's like if anything is when you win something good, you'd be like, oh shoot, oh God, I don't want to come too quick. Hey, Tracy Ellis Ross, woo! All right, cool. Now I can keep tagging it. You know, like literally, you think about that to make sure you don't come because you're like, oh, that just take you right out the mood.
Yeah, as far as Tracy Ellis Ross, man,
attractive, dude.
No, as far as Tracy Ellis Ross, though, I mean, her and many other women, they just price themselves out. It's all boils down to, and more likely, of course, her attitude probably doesn't help much either. Because to be honest, I think what was it, my homeboy and I were talking about this the other night about Girlfriends and how that's on Netflix now, and how now that a lot of women have been doing reviews of the show and everything, and saying how toxic Joan and Tony, I believe, and yeah, basically, I even then I was thinking she's just acting like herself.
Yeah. Well, here's the question: who looks better, Home Depot girl or Tracy Ellis Ross in any of her prime?
Home Depot girl.
Yeah, Home Depot.
Now here, knock one of Home Depot girl's eyes out, and she got this with an eye patch on. Who looks better?
Eye patch.
Still Home Depot girl. I mean, like literally. I mean, think about
this nigga made her a pirate.
No, I'm just saying this. Look. Still looks better. I mean, like okay. Here you go. Here's two women: Tracy Ellis Ross or Oprah at her best.
Just the name Oprah doesn't even sound attractive.
But I'm just saying, like Oprah at her best. Like literally, when you sit up here and think they both about. Ugh, they both. I'm like literally.
They were the best.
At her best. At her best.
Oprah had
think about
Oprah, sir, Dre, you should really not put the words Oprah and Prime in the same sentence, sir.
No, but I mean, there wasn't no prime. But I'm trying to say is that's how Tracy Ellis Ross is. She wasn't no prime. I mean, like, think about it. Well, who if you got to be like, look, you got to fuck Tracy Ellis Ross or Oprah. You be like, God damn, come on, man, can I get a sub? Did
Tracy
you
always had
swap
an
the
ass
question
though.
out?
Tracy always had
Yeah.
a body and whatnot. That's
If you're
about it
talking
though.
about purely physical, I think most would choose
Ugh.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
I believe
But she's
what I
still
believe
ugly,
about
dude. She's not attractive, dude.
bruh,
Yeah,
bruh,
yeah, but it's more than that. It's more than that. Go
breathe for
ahead,
a
Kay.
second.
What you saying?
Breathe for a second. No, what I'm saying is Tracy Ellis Ross is probably extremely insufferable as a human being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we got Big Kev. They keep going in and out.
Sorry about
You
that.
with us? Are you with us?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I've had sound issues. That's why. So that's why I'm like double checking my mic. So how's it going, everybody?
What's up, Kev?
Mm-hmm.
Not much, man. Yeah, man. It's interesting. One thing that pretty much I think we're all basically figured out is that um overall, man, it's like most of the people that are trotted out in front of us as these like moral authority figures throughout our lives. You know what I mean? Be it the preacher, the pro-black, the hotep, feminists, etc. Like basically, what we're realizing is that these people, the people who talk about who try to be the gatekeepers of our masculinity, i.e., the people who try to tell us what a air quotes real man does. You know what a real so-called black man does. These are niggas. These are niggas that have even more character flaws than than the niggas that they talk shit about. They're more their morals are more compromised than everyday brothers like you and I. You know what I mean? Going to work and minding our fucking business, but they got the nerve to try to talk about how better than us they are, and it's just like, bro, come on, stop. So I think that's what's kind of annoying. You know, everybody else
I
get
will
that?
say, yeah. I will say one thing about that is that the annoyance will eventually turn to apathy
Yeah.
at some point. Because that's definitely with me what's happening, whatnot. It's just, I'm starting not to really give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
I
much.
ain't even
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie. Remember, I told you I'm one of those ones where if I saw one of them in needing any type of help, you got some money. Oh, goodbye. I mean, I don't care. Period. I mean, I don't. I like literally. I can see something bad happen to you, and I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm not getting involved.
It's
Yeah.
not my job, huh?
No, not like I told you. I said plain and simple. I pulled two black women out of a burning house. You lucky that happened back then, because if it was today, I would have went right out another window and left you.
God damn.
I mean, like literally, I pull like, and you know me, I'm one of the I stop and help anybody up. I said, I ain't gonna lie, I stop and help with. Hey, you got some money? Oh no, bye. I go bye, turn around and walk away. If I'm not getting paid, I don't help you at all. I don't deal with them unless I'm getting paid or laid. That's the
I
rule.
was just
Paid
about
or
to say
laid.
that. I knew you were gonna say it.
Paid or laid. Plain and simple. Pay. You got some money? I mean, oh, I ain't got no money. I'm pretty sure you got one of these simps on standby. I take cash app.
Yeah, but
Oh,
to
you
be
don't?
honest with you
Bye.
though, the other side of apathy also whatnot is that shit is contagious and it spreads. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, I guess you have to get to the point to where you don't care, but you don't care to the point to where you just don't give a shit about anything at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a whole nother rabbit hole by itself. You
Yep.
know.
Remember, I told you you like that. You like that plant on the back porch. Only time you get watered is if I'm walking by and I gotta pee.
Oh
Sheesh.
my god. What the fuck?
Sheesh.
Oh my god, yo.
Well, yeah, like you said, you know what I mean. Like again, and it's just you guys mentioned like the apathy here, man, because I was I checked out that movie yesterday called Sound of Freedom, man. It's a pretty good movie, bro. It's some heavy shit though, bro. It's talking about like basically like people, basically like the struggle to like basically capture and basically chase down like these like child trafficking rings and stuff like that, like internationally, bro. It's some heavy shit, but like I can see people, you know what I mean. I can see, um, you know, like say for example, indirectly like working to stop something like that. Yeah, I can understand something like that. But if it's stuff where it's like you said, it's just you know these are just adults, you know what I mean, and adults engaging in adult fuckery, and something bad happens to them. Yeah, like you said, it's pretty much apathy. It's like, and to be honest, these people have no one else to blame but themselves, because it's that classic case of as the tale goes, the boy that cried wolf. They kept
Right.
trying to do all these like fake crises, and oh my god, you gotta save me from this fake crisis, and then when a real crisis come along, nobody wants to help you because you
Mhm.
basically burnt your damn bridges. So, but again, it's
Mhm.
like if you wasn't out here constantly abusing other people's sympathy and help, people wouldn't mind helping you out. But nope.
Yeah,
So
I don't care. Like I said, I don't care at all, dude. And what's so bad? At first, I thought I could never be. I'm a cold person. I ain't gonna lie, I am. I can be, but I never thought I'd get this bad, bro. And that's bad for a cold person to say.
Mm.
And by you guys laughing about the little plant joke that I say is this. When you laugh, that's not a laugh like it's like damn. That's a laugh like, well, god damn, I'm almost to that level. That's a laugh like that.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, most black women are pretty much invisible to me.
Yeah.
I don't really pay too much. I mean, let's be
Damn.
honest. I mean, I really, and then the fucked up thing is that I married. I didn't even. I basically I stopped dealing with black women probably around 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I just completely just start really just going a different direction. So I'm not saying I just went straight to Becky, but now I just start dealing with other women who didn't have the same the same cultural software. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's how I really start realizing it's really just this mentality and whatnot that I was butting up against. And yeah, which kind of is prominent when it comes to a lot of black women. So I mean, periodically I might actually have like a more than 30-minute conversation with one, but outside of that, I could start picking up on certain things. So I just back the fuck off. I don't have time for it.
Yeah, like you realize it after a while. You realize, and you classify them so quickly to where most of the time you going through that, they get cut off so quick where they don't even get like processed into long-term memory. They're just like, oh, she
You're
looks
right.
good, okay, over with.
That's it. That's exactly what ends up happening with me. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
It's just
You're like,
it
oh man,
like
she look good. That's enough. Did you hear that game? Did you
that's
see that
it.
Lakers game last night? Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. On
LeBron
to the
made
next thing. Yeah.
right. Literally, it's like we say that all the time. It's like, oh man, she fine as hell. But like I said, man, I was going in here and I was trying to find these 1 5/8 screws, and they didn't have none. I mean, and
The wall.
it's what's
The
so bad?
wall.
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad. I like
Yeah.
when you really sit up here and say, God damn, like how can you fuck your credibility up that bad? Like when you say like the boy who cried wolf is an understatement. I'm pretty sure that nigga could get black men to come around before the black women can. I mean, like literally, because that's an understatement. I mean, it's like I hate to say it's almost to the point where it's like, God, dog, all right, what type of lie is it now? It's like when they start talking, I don't even care.
Yeah. To
Motherfucker,
be real with you, go ahead.
Yeah, this motherfucker, Portia Perry, bro. I fuck so many white women, it's hilarious. Where I live,
Yeah.
there's tons of mixed couples. Like the Nick
Mhm.
Fuentes of the world are 30 years too late. LOL.
Yeah.
And Andre said that's because Kev, they are extremely unattractive. Azalea Banks is ugly with a bad attitude. Facts. Kiki
Yes,
got
definitely.
horrible skin.
Worst.
Facts. Those women, no, they can't match up with elite looking women. Yeah.
I mean, like literally,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no offense, we seen it's women at the corner store that look better than them. I mean, come on now.
Well, the thing is
and
with
this is
Kiki Palmer. The thing is with Kiki Palmer, I will say, as far as acne is concerned, my first wife, she had acne real bad, and she had like somewhat the same complexion as her. So I mean, there are treatments you could take for that shit and everything, But the thing is that even if you do that, it's like a fat dude that loses weight and everything. He still thinks like a fat dude. You know what I'm saying?
still thinks
So
like fat dude.
even if Yeah, once you clear all that stuff up and everything, I'm looking at my phone now.
Mhm.
That dude's face.
Oh, ugh.
But basically, yeah, but basically, you still had the same mentality. You still had the ugly girl mentality, no matter what.
Yep.
So even
And that's
go ahead.
but that's not always a death sentence for some women, because some women be like the pretty ugly girl. Those be like the best ones. You know what I mean? When they don't sit up here like where they not on that high horse, where the fact is they like, I'm ugly, but so I'm nice. You be like, well,
Yeah, at
that's
least
they
to make
think
up
they
for it, to
ugly, but
compensate.
you ain't. Right.
Yeah, to
But
compensate for it, and basically
yeah.
their mentality or how they carry themselves and whatnot actually
Mm.
enhances who they what they look like.
Yeah.
But if you're an insufferable motherfucker, I mean, no matter how
Right.
good looking you are, within like 10 seconds, you can pretty much like, oh fuck that, it's not
Yeah.
even worth it.
Yeah. Like me and my dude was talking about that before we got on this panel. We talking about this one chick that man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been following her for years. She's here in Cleveland. I always say, oh yeah, man, I would love to. I hit on her a couple times. I've seen her. She don't date men with kids. But I even said, I said, you can tell she's one of those good looking chicks that she never. But you can tell by the way she acts, she thinks she's ugly.
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, she's easily. I know if people don't say 7, but she's easily a 7'8". Like if I showed you her picture of her or showed you her Instagram page, I'll definitely say she's a 7'8". Especially now she's starting to get a little older, but she was a much nicer looking woman then. It's like, goddamn, why the fuck your ass ain't hooked up with somebody yet? But yeah, you can tell like they got that ugly attitude where you feel like you're ugly. Yeah. And that goes deep with them women. And that's why I tell you, I said, you don't have to beat women or do nothing, hit them or none of that crap. I said, if anything go down, just crack on them. The words hurt them more than punches ever will. Ignoring them hurts them more than, fighting ever will.
Well, let's talk about some good news, some positive stuff between black men. But first, let me call out this super chat from Tail Toya. Thank you. She said, "LOL. What is Judge Dre talking about?"
Hey,
Emoji,
it's the
hashtag
truth.
BMBBH. Thank you for your support, Toya, as always. Let me talk about something positive that happened between black men recently, and then I'm gonna
What's
go
that?
ahead and wrap this up. I'm hearing that John Jones, UFC fighter, has
Oh Lord.
I heard he squashed his beef with Israel Adesanya. You know how they were going back and forth like on Twitter, and they had this little beef going, but they ran across each other this past week, and they pretty much squashed it all. I mean, they were throwing jabs at each other back, left and right. What do you think that was? What do y'all think that was? You think that brothers was just bullshitting around and was able to rise above and be mature about the shit, or one of them didn't want no smoke from the other?
Being a
For real.
prize fighter, you got to kind of drum up smoke. So motherfuckers do shit talk just for the shit talk of it. But when you have a conversation with a motherfucker actually in public, you be like, oh yeah, he a cool ass dude. It's nothing personal, but yeah, we gotta push the narrative in order to push the fight. That's really all it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I really wanted to chalk it up to some positive shit. you know, brothers are able to rise above and persevere past, any of the stereotypes that were set before us. Like we're just supposed to fight and kill each other because that's what everybody says. But I don't know. I just ain't never been a black man that's just woke up one day and said that man, I gotta kill me a nigga because it's natural for me to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Yeah. So anyway, who got the thing playing in the background? I hear myself echoing. Yeah, but Donnie, were you trying to say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, because I'm about to wrap this up. It's 3 o'clock. Well, it's nearing 3 o'clock. So let's get some final statements in before. And remember, tomorrow night is a smoke show, or technically tonight.
All right, so tomorrow night for the fuckery. Got it.
Ain't nobody gonna show up. I mean, like, think about it. This is the problem. Everybody knows that they got no really leg to stand on. So it ain't gonna be. What's the point? And they know that.
Okay. Oh, so what you're saying, Dre? Nobody's gonna show up for the smoke.
No, nobody's gonna show up for the smoke because here's the question: how can they give a counter argument when there's no legs, none of that crap to stand on? I mean, like, I mean, what? Everything is signed, sealed, delivered. They're trash.
I know who you're talking about too. You're talking about these anti-black manosphere people who always got something to say.
Right.
But when they're
Signed, sealed, delivered. You're trash. Period.
But when they play their cards, there's no trumps.
No. Those are the people right there that are still trying to get sympathy, pussy, and they haven't realized yet that you sitting up here and kissing these behinds ass don't get you nothing in the bedroom. So I ain't even gonna lie. For you guys that want to sit up here and fight for them, when the women want you to come out and fight for them, at least get laid first. Yeah, you know what? Come on over here and help me with something, and then I'll go ahead and make this video talking about them. Oh, you don't want to come over here and help me with nothing? Well, then I ain't making no video.
Well, they stick to the same. They stick to the same few things. Like when they want to push narratives, like, "Oh, you guys ain't getting no pussy. You're mad at women. You got hurt in high school. You got hurt as a child. You must be gay." Blah blah blah. If they can't get past those basic ass things that they keep repeating like it's true, then they're not gonna win against me.
But this is the problem. Like the people who are making these videos, y'all ain't getting nothing from them. At least make them. I mean, no offense, if y'all making all these videos and getting all this stuff, at least make them, give you something for it. So that way hey, look, man, so when it comes out, at least Derek Jackson was getting laid for all that simping he was doing. I mean, we knew what it was. Why are you making videos? How many broads then gave you some? I mean, do it right. Derek Jackson showed you. Hey, look, man. I'm lying like a mug. I'm making these videos. At least we saw the results.
Derek Jackson had a pussy racket.
He had a bacchanal hose.
Right, but no offense. If you gonna simp, that's how you do it. I mean, y'all simping for no. I mean, come on now, y'all simping and still handling everything with yourself.
They're doing it for proverbial pussy.
Right. I mean, think about it. I mean, God, dog. I mean, why make all the videos and all like that? I ain't getting no money. I ain't getting no trim. I'm still handling everything with the lotion. What? I mean, look, no, tell them this is what you should do. Play the game right. Hey, look, you want me to make these videos? You want me to have y'all side? Y'all need to come on over here to this panel right here. Y'all need to come here. Stop through on the club these nights. Buy me some drinks, this, that, and the other. Let me, touchy, feel, something. I'm going to tell the truth.
No smoke Sunday. All right, so my my final words are protect your neck, watch your sex, SYSBM, wear a condom. Let me think. Don't trust these hoes when they say they're on the pill. Shit, drink your water, do your stretches, get a fucking hobby. Really just be the best version of yourself you can be. That's
okay, do me a favor, bro. Change that part where you said don't trust these hoes when they say they're on the pill. Just say no, don't trust these hoes is when they talk, period.
Oh yeah.
As long as they're talking, don't trust them.
Yeah. Words if heat's come out of their mouth and it's not on your dick, then don't trust them. Absolutely. But but yeah, definitely y'all take it easy and have a good night.
All right, D Scott, appreciate it. D Scott is one of the members of the channel. Appreciate that. Also, Aaron Peters and Greg are members of the channel as well. Shout out to them. And if you're watching, you can become a member too. But do that whenever you get ready to. Anyone else?
Nah, you know what? I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all for having me. Long live the habitual line steps. Gonna take my black ass to sleep.
Long
I'll let
live,
y'all later.
long live, my brother. Chaos Reign, Big Kev.
No, not really. I have no final words.
Okay.
I mean, the only final words I have to say is that again, it's like as a lot of brothers, especially a lot of so-called black men under the age of 30 are starting to realize, man. Again, the majority of the people that have been put in front of your that have been trotted out in front of you as your moral authority figures and your gatekeepers of masculinity are people themselves that have more character flaws than you. So therefore, man, stop apologizing for having your own self-interest. The only thing that you owe to so-called black people is to not be a classist or elitist asshole that tries to block other so-called black people's upward mobility or spiritual growth. And as long as you're not doing that, bro, you don't gotta apologize for shit. Especially if you're not doing anything heinous, man. Like stop. Like overall, just brothers who don't have like doing anything like truly foul and disgusting need to stop hanging their heads down in shame and apologizing for not being quote unquote good enough, man. Like there's nothing inherently wrong with you. Um, Again, it's just a lot of these people they got more character flaws than you. So all right then, but yeah, I'm about to head out too. So
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for coming through once again. Okay. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and get my final statement from here. Black man, just move carefully, knowing how the world feels about you. And if you do anything stupid with all this information at your disposal, then not only will it be your fault, then but everyone will blame you as well. And taking the blame isn't such a bad thing if you're actually accountable for that shit. But at the same time, we know how everything is leveraged. Everything is leveraged against us as black men, and for that, we just got to be smarter with that shit.
Hmm.
We are the ninjas that everyone loves to hate, especially when you talk about in reference to the black manosphere. That whole thing is about black men speaking out of turn. So, just wanted to remind you once again how difficult, difficult being the opposite of easy it is for us, even in these social media streets, even amongst each other, even amongst other groups. The fact of the matter is, black men, we have to become more self reliant, or it could lead to our eventual demise. Hate to be so dark about it, but that's just the way things are. So everyone, thank you for coming through today and spending this 2.5+ hours with me. Thank you to the panelists that offered their thoughts and their opinions. They could have been anywhere doing anything else, but decided to kick it with your boy. So I appreciate that, and I will see you guys for the smoke show tomorrow night. Which will undoubtedly be eventful, seeing the trend of the smoke show Sundays on this channel anyway. And I'll be looking forward to it. So for now it's goodbye. Long live the habitual line steppers in Kev We Trust. And as usual, when you don't give up, you definitely will win. Peace out.